right, we're on station 1. The A squad's up with Jenny Clark. She is shooting along Madison Sharp, Kayla Kane, and Rihanna Franz. The leaders are right behind her in 1B. Halen Hanks, Karen Shedd, Desi Edmonds, and Ashley Little. This is the squad that we think when they come back around to Station 10, we will have a winner for the national championship.
Yeah, I mean, they're all in there, all the top shooters.
There's a lot of good shooters out here in Station 3. We're moving over there right now with the A squad, Haley Dunn, Grace, Isabel, Trisha, and the B squad is Gianna Santo from up north, Alexandra Wampler out from California, Cynthia Vogel, and Gary Mabry. He is a bid for sure, and we'd like to thank him for his contribution to the Super Squad, to the NSCA.
Yeah. And now we got Halen coming in, Halen Hanks. That girl, you want to talk about somebody and get it done.
Yeah, I watched Halen yesterday on a station. She didn't know I was watching her, but she's a shooter out of Texas A&M, and she's out of Texas. That's where she grew up at. She is one serious shooter when it comes to the women's.
And a seriously tough competitor.
Yes. Ashley Little's walking in the stand right now. And for those of you who don't know, Ashley Little won the World FITAS this year. And out of Florida, she is a very good shooter. I'll tell you something about Ashley. Is she was a right-handed shooter, moved to a left-handed shooter, and she's won a world title and now in the running for the national championship.
And she's probably carrying some of that confidence with her, into the weekend. So got Karen Shedd on the same squad here. They're all taking a look at their targets. And, Karen, she's won a regional overall. I mean, I'd hate to be on that squad competing against them girls.
Yeah, Karen Shedd. I think Karen's 19 years old, out of Arizona. She's engaged to Gavin Miles. They shoot all the time, and I mean, she is one to be looking forward to. She is tied for the lead right now with a 2:08 alongside Halen. And here we go. Let's watch this right here, guys.
Yeah. That trap teal on that station's tricky.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That trap teal is probably, I'm looking at the station right now, it's a good 40, maybe 50 yards out the trap.
And going out.
And going away from you.
Yeah.
I shot that station earlier today and dropped every single one of those. It is not easy to hit them. The crosser, which is the first bird you shoot, simple target, but the one you have to worry about is that trap teal.
Yeah. As soon as you bust that first one, man, that big trap teal pops up over the tree, and it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm too late on that one.
Yeah. But you know what, though? That's the thing about this Super Squad and this green course is it's going to build that anxiety. All these targets are engineered by the man himself, Mr. Chadwick, to build that anxiety, and they're dealing with it right now. Yeah.
Now Halen's moving in, as we can see here. I couldn't imagine. I don't know what Ashley did because I can't see the targets from here as far as what she hit. But the anxiety that I'm sure these other shooters have after watching that pair be thrown there, and I don't know, what, like I said, what Ashley hit, but they've got to be thinking about this.
Well, Justin, I know you know what I'm talking about. When you're shooting with somebody that's at the same level as you, and you see them drop a target, and you're about to step in the cage, now it's got you questioning yourself sometimes.
Jason, if you look from here, you can see that trap teal way up in the sky. Halen Hanks just missed the first one that came out. So we're gonna keep watching and see what we can see evolve on this station here. She calls pull. That'd have been a no bird, Jason. I can't tell from here, but I didn't see the target.
So back down
let's watch this. This is going to be interesting. It's pretty cool to see it from here. There it goes, and she hits it.
Wow.
Halen hits that hard target. That is a very hard target. There's no telling how high you have to be over that bird to be able to hit it when it's that far out, and it's going up at a high speed.
Yeah.
Desi Edmonds is up in the box, calls pull, hits the first target, smashes it, smashes the second one, the trap teal, as it goes up in the sky. Very, very good.
What do you think?
Perfect.
What do you think about Desi switching from the over-under back to the automatic?
Yeah, it's well, we can look at her scores and tell that she's made the right choice.
She's got her confidence back.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And there was nothing wrong with that DT11 she was shooting.
No,
she just got more confidence.
If she don't want it anymore, she can give it to me.
Yeah, that was a pretty gun for sure.
Yeah, here she comes. She's mounting the gun, about to call for the targets again. Calls pull, smashes the first one, and smashes the second one.
Nice.
Unbelievable.
Good shooting, Desi.
She has to be giving some high fives up after she's done with this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, here's a girl. I love watching her pre-shot routine. The way Karen is so focused, so detail-oriented, it almost reminds me like a female version of Anthony in the box, because you know how Anthony is on his pre-shot routine, but...
Yeah, watch Karen. She'll close the gun, open the gun, close it again, open it again. She calls pull targets and just draws dust off the first one and misses the second one as it goes up in the air. So Desi and Karen are right there neck and neck. So now they're tied because Desi hit her targets and Karen has dropped one. But that's just the first station.
Well, we told everybody the drama was going to unfold, and here it is, the very first station. It's happening, so.
All right, she smashes that pair. She figured out what was wrong and started going into making it right, and she did it. Let's watch this last pair. She's up.
She pulls the gun up, moves it to her hold point.
Smashes the first one and misses the second one.
Oh, she's
looks like she's walking out with 4.
Wow. That station, it's not that it's over the top. It's enough to put that anxiety and that pressure on you, and we just saw it firsthand.
And if you're not perfect on that target, it will cause you to miss and put you behind really quick.
So we got Jenna McDougal down on station 3. Let's take a look at that real quick.
And stations, Jason, you might agree with me, we've shot this. Stations 2, 3, 4, and 5 are fairly simple stations.
Yeah.
It's station 1 that we watched right here with the trap teal and on around to 6 and 10 are the difficult ones. So stations 3 through 5 should give them a little breather while they're getting ready for the rest of the course.
Yeah, well, now don't discount station 2, though, with that true pair of Shondells.
Yeah.
That was, I was fortunate enough. Okay, let me back up. I got lucky. Okay, I ran that station, but that's one of those ones that as soon as they start to make that transition and break over, if you're not on the line just right, you're lost target.
That's right. You have to be on the line. You have to be on the line, and you have to have the right amount of lead, or you'll miss all of them.
I tell you what, let's jump over to station 5. Tim Miles. We just watched Karen Shedd shoot. So this is her fiance's father. Is about to shoot. He was one of the people that bought in on the Super Squad.
Yeah, so, Tim Miles has been around the sport a long time.
Man.
Has a gun club out in Arizona, and he travels around as much as he can to these shoots and has a good time. The man in black for sure.
And he's also a hell of a target setter.
He is. He is.
All right, we got Jenny Clark over on station 2.
Jenny Clark's been in the sport a long time.
Yeah.
You know, I think she got out of it just a little bit here not that long ago, but I've seen her name pop up a few times, and she's back in the Super Squad with the women. I know back when she was shooting a lot, she was one you'd have to worry about, and I'm sure she's still the same. Well, I know she still shoots a lot.
Once it's in the blood.
Yeah. Once you start, you don't want to stop, so you know she hadn't stopped.
Right.
Shelby Moon, Station 3, a Georgia girl. She's
down from your neck of the woods.
Yeah, she's over there from, I think she's living in Macon, Georgia now, maybe Atlanta. She's somewhere in between Macon and Atlanta.
And she's shooting a Krieghoff Sporter with a TSK stock.
And if I could say one thing about Shelby is when she hits a target, she will absolutely destroy it.
Yeah. All right, we got Madison Sharp back on Station 2. Looks like she dropped the target there.
Yeah, it looks like she dropped one. That's okay. She's got plenty of time to make it up, but you know she's in that lead squad, and that's weighing on her pretty heavy right now, dropping a target.
Well, there she cleaned it up. Isn't it amazing how these top shooters can make an adjustment and just get right back on target, you know?
Yeah. Moving over to Station 3. Megan Harrington is on Station 3. Megan Harrington, another Texas A&M shooter. She was the ACUI National Champion, and I believe she won the Top Gun shootout Is that right for the women? Am I right when I say that? I think I'm right.
Yes,
if I'm not.
yes, she did.
Yeah, she did. Megan Harrington shooting a 694 Beretta, sponsored by Team Beretta, and has now graduated and still shooting. Glad to see her out here.
And I heard a crazy rumor. She hadn't touched her gun since Nationals last year, and then showed up and won the Top Gun shootout.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Megan Harrington's definitely a good shooter. Engaged to Dominic Grossi, which is on the male super squad. Kayla Kane, Jason, back on 2 right here.
Oh, man. Have you watched this girl shoot?
Yeah. Oh,
She's
yeah. I've shot with her
amazing.
dad several times. And Kayla, I think she just moved to a Krieg off, and she is really doing well with it.
Dior, an automatic shooter out of Florida. She's shooting a Siren L4S Sporting. He started shooting back in 2003. Been doing it a long time.
She's in a squad with a bunch of good ladies. She's down there with Andrea Seafield Knight, Mary Prince, and Dior, along with Ralph Petty Jr. Ralph Petty is a real good friend of mine. We appreciate his contribution to the Super Squad. Ralph Petty's an automatic shooter. Dior's automatic shooter, so they're going to be, I'm sure they're going to be switching some notes around up there when we're talking about these targets.
We're going to be picking up a lot of shells on that station.
Halen Hanks over on 2. We saw her mashing those first targets on Station 1. You got a true pair of Shondales. Is that what those are, Jason?
Yes,
I shot them, but I can't
Yes,
remember what they are.
They're more of a crosser than a true Shondell that's way up with a big arch.
Yeah.
They're kind of a low, fast Shondell, if
So
you
you've
will.
got one coming out in front that's a little faster, and then you got to drop your gun down and shoot the one behind it. You have to be on the line, and you have to have everything just right, or you will definitely miss one.
Andrew Seafeld Knight is on Station 5. Let's take a look at her real quick.
Like I said, Andrea is on the last station that's considered the easier part of the course. Station 5 is a trap teal coming up from the left and a trap coming from the right.
Well, here we go again, another A400 shooter.
Yeah, well, you know, you've heard Desi talk about it several times before.
Oh, yeah.
That an automatic is really the gun of choice.
And, you know, all of these pros shot automatics back in the day. When I'm talking back in the day, like late 90s, early 2000s, I mean, that was really the gun of choice.
Yeah, and don't say anything out loud, but they might be shooting them again before it's over with. Grace Callahan, your girl's over on Station 3.
Gracie. I wonder if she's got the dog in the box with it. Probably not, right?
Probably. Grace was on the show with us last night. We appreciate her coming on. Always in a good mood. She can miss every target out here and be just as happy when she started.
Smile just as much coming out of the box as she was going in.
Yeah. It's always nice to talk to and see.
She, you know what, though? She's got a really positive attitude, and she's fun to shoot with. So,
Station 2, you got Desi back up. Desi is right there in the pack. She started out today with one behind, shooting these crossers just like we've been talking about.
I shot with Mary Krantz here. We're looking at on the screen. I shot with her up in Ohio at Eagles Nest. And I tell you what, a girl can get it done.
Can she?
Oh man.
Yeah, I've never met Mary. I need to meet Mary. She's from Wisconsin, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, she actually bought that Kohler off of Eric Roden from Bear Pelt. So
let's go back to Desi on 2. Watch this. And hits both of them. I could see them break apart from here.
Very short pre-shot routine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but she's thinking the whole time. She's swaying back and forth while she's loading those shells.
Yeah.
Pulling that gun up to check where she wants to pull the trigger.
It just shows how much she's refined what she's doing.
Yeah. I mean, Desi's been doing it so long.
Oh, yeah.
You know, her and Zach, they train together, they shoot together. Zach's leading the men's squad right now, so it's really cool to see Desi and Zach, and then see Karen and Gavin. I was trying to say both names at once. But Karen and Gavin. I mean, it's really neat to see those couples that are out here shooting like that at the top of the pack.
What did you think about the targets here on Station 3 we're looking at? Do you remember those, Justin?
Well, I actually like this station. The left target you can take it several different places depending on your comfort level, and the trap target's fairly simple, coming out from your right and kind of easing over to your left, so you have to be pretty quick on that or it'll get away from you.
Let's look at Karen Shedd again on number 2. She's standing there with the gun broke open, pulls it up, goes back to call pull. She hits those pretty hard. Ashley Little is walking up right behind her. All right, so Ashley Little's up in Station 2 right now. And I was just thinking, you know, you've got Ashley Little, Desi Edmonds, Karen Shedd, and Halen Hanks all in the same squad. I mean, in a competition like this, how do you think it is to turn around and say, oh, this person right here might beat me if I'm not real careful.
Oh man, that's got to be a pressure cooker. I mean, it really does, especially at their level. I mean, I found out that the 3 guys I was squatted with all week are all in my same class. They're all in AA with me, and when I found that out, it changed the dynamic of everything.
Yeah.
What they're up against, I have no idea. I don't know how they handle it.
Got Grace on station 5.
Grace Cho.
She's from L.A. Los Angeles.
I tell you what, second largest target volume club in the world.
Yeah. Jenny Clark on station 3. They're over there shooting those targets, and Jenny is she's in that same pack. She's in the first squad out with Kayla Kane, Madison Sharp, and Rihanna Franz. So I'm sure it's the same way with them. Turn around and see the next one behind you. You know that it's going to come.
You know, it's incredible to me. I know the loads that some of these girls shoot, and that you'd think it would just rock their world, but it doesn't. There's no recoil. I mean, their guns are so perfectly fit. They're so in tune to them. Looks like very little recoil at all.
Trisha Kokurik's on station 5 right now. She's out of San Antonio, Texas, shooting a Perazzi High-Tech.
Madison Sharp's sitting here. You know, ever since Madison moved to that Krieghoff, she's really been on it.
Yeah.
I mean, she has been on it. She's been all over the place. She's been over to the World Championships. She's been to all the big regionals. Now she's at the National Championship. She's in the running for it. Young girl out of South Carolina.
And this is Madison McFarland we're looking at now out of New Mexico. That girl's only 13 years old, and she's out here getting it done. And it's incredible how well she can shoot for her age.
Yeah.
Coached by Ray Brown.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Going back to Madison right here. Clemson. I think she shot for Clemson, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Walking out of the box there.
Walking in is Kayla Kane out of Austin, Texas, shooting a Krieghoff parkour with a 32-inch barrel.
I'm sure these girls are having fun, though. They know they're shooting for the National Championship, but they're also having fun doing it, and that's what really matters. If you're not having fun out here doing it, then it's not worth your time coming out. You know, I mean, it's got to be fun to you.
You know,
but you got to be competitive at the same time,
right?
And that's what I can't decide. How can you be competitive and have fun at the same time?
Right.
That's always
just
hard
it.
for me
Is
to
I want to win so bad. You know, sometimes I'll have a bad station, walk out, and just want to throw the gun in the garbage can and keep going. and everybody's like, "Well, then why do you keep doing this?" I'm like, "Because that's fun."
Yeah.
You know. So.
I heard somebody tell me today, I'm just going to take this gun when I leave here to the pawn shop. Station 1 is Jason. I've shot them all between station 7 or 8. And 1's probably the ones I didn't do well on. The one with the big Shondell.
Yeah.
And then the station 1.
We got Rihanna Franz up here.
Rihanna Franz is up here. Station 3. Rihanna's out of Florida. She shot with Quail Creek Young Guns, and I follow her on Instagram and her social media, and she's doing a lot of hunting lately. I haven't seen her shooting a lot. I told her that the other night. I said, I've seen you online, but you're doing a lot of hunting, but I hadn't seen you doing a lot of shooting. But I guess when you're as good as she is, you don't have to practice as much.
You know, doesn't that crack you up when you ask these top level shooters how much practice or preparation they put into it, and some of them like, oh, maybe 150 shells a week before. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I burned that in an hour trying to get ready for this.
And still ain't hit the same target you've been shooting at.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. Don't even scratch them.
Yeah. Station 5 and Grace. She is shooting with Janet McDougal. Janet McDougal's been shooting the sport a long time. She's along Shelby Moon and Marion Zerby. And again, very, very good shooters. Their scores show, I don't think that they'll be in the running for the win, but it still doesn't matter. They're still great shooters. Moving on back to Karen Shedd over here on Station 3. Just watch her. She's looking. She's moving. She's got the gun broke open here. When she closes it, she's ready to call pull. She keeps the gun out of her shoulder, and when she's ready to shoot, the gun comes up to her face. Going back to Grace Mabry and her squad we were just talking about with Shelby and them. Really, really good shooters. I'm watching. We got a monitor sitting out here in front of us, and this monitor's got these cameras on it. And watching these ladies and how methodical everything that they're doing is really, it'll make you want to pause for a second,
Yeah. And we got Ashley Little up here now.
Yeah. Ashley Little. Looks like Halen Hanks is behind her watching. She's holding that hand up, trying to get the speed of the target, trying to see how fast it's going in the line.
And that's something else too, is they know when they've done something wrong.
Yeah.
And you know, they can feed off of that as well.
Yeah. Now listen, if you was in this situation and I was shooting and missed one, would you tell me, hey, you're in front or behind or over or under?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'd help you out.
You'd help me?
Yeah.
If we're in the same class?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you darn sure better be helping me. and if your help didn't help me, I probably wouldn't ask no more.
It probably wouldn't help.
No. But, you know, they are competing together. That's a good point, Justin. They're all competing against each other, but I've heard them do it. I've heard them help each other.
Right.
And it's like, wait a minute, you're trying to beat that guy or you're trying to beat that girl, and they still – it's just the way this sport is.
Yeah. You know, it's not a team sport.
No.
It's an individual sport, but they still help each other. Station 5.
Shelby Moon here shooting some Winchester double A's, 1-8, 1,300 foot per second shells. A very, very stiff shell, but she loves to shoot them. I've watched Shelby come up through the ranks, and she's done really, really well. She's coaching out of Georgia, and she's shooting as much as she can.
Like I was saying earlier, very little recoil, very little whatsoever.
Yeah. Shelby's got it down. She's really, really worked hard. She has really worked hard to get where she's at. Back on Halen Hanks here.
Baltazar shooter.
That's right. She's shooting a Baltazar F3 Blackleaf Scroll.
Watch these guns. Watch when they pull the trigger on the recoil on those guns. The recoil's very minimal on these guns, and they have to be that way so they can get on the next target pretty quick.
Yeah.
And the setup of a shotgun is what makes that happen.
Yeah.
Making sure it's set up the right way. Halen Hanks has won a lot. She started shooting at a young age, and she's one of the ones to watch. Janet McDougal's coming up on Station 5. Janet moved from a Baltazar over to a Krieghoff here not that long ago, and she ended up shooting it very well.
Really?
She shot Baltazar for a long time and ended up shooting a Krieghoff.
You know what's really cool about this, Justin, is as opposed to any other sport, you can go out and shoot with these pros.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, I don't think you're going to be taking your family sedan out on Daytona 500 track.
No.
I don't think you're going to go out and play football with, pick your favorite football player. You can go out and shoot with these top-level shooters, and they'd probably enjoy it very much.
Yeah, you would, and they'd be glad to help you out. That's a fact.
I'm excited to see them start coming down death row here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
this is where it's going to unfold.
We might start seeing some sad faces here before it's over with.
Grace is back here on 5.
I'll tell you this about Grace. She's all the way at the other end of the course, and we may be able to hear her say pull from here. But she's loading in that brand new rose gold ammunition from Game Bore.
Each shell in the gun closes it. It's pretty similar with all the ladies. They get that line and call pull. Grace is shooting a Caesar Guarini, and I believe she works for them.
Yes, she does. She chose not to run the Siren.
Yeah.
She's running the actual Caesar Guarini, and she's now the marketing manager for Caesar Guarini.
Good. So, Grace is we've talked about her a few minutes ago. She's super friendly and a really, really good shot. She's one of Joe Scull's, the target setter's students.
Yes.
That set this course, and I wonder if she got a little insight from Joe.
Well, like she said last night, though, she knows the tricks he can play.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
She's got to be somewhat prepared for him.
Yeah. Joe Scull's a target setter that's been all over the country setting targets, and himself, along with Neil Chadwick, set this course, and they set it really good, and they set it fair.
Yeah.
Targets are fair. So Grace is about to finish Station 5 here, and then she rounds over here to the big targets on death row. And we didn't name it that. The shooters named it that.
Well, you know, as we're looking at Gracie finishing up here, if you notice the different styles, the different personalities in their pre-shot and post-shot routine, you know, Grace wasn't in a big rush to get the shells out and get another set of shells in and up to the shoulder. Some people they can't get them out and get them loaded fast enough.
Yeah.
You know, Kevin DeMichael from down your area, he was notorious for that. You know, he's real fast in the box, real fast post-shot and pre-shot.
Yeah.
And some of these girls are like that too. And then there's others that they want to take their time and get themselves ready. So
yeah. Grace Corselli is up now. She is Just watch this right here. She puts the shells in. She closes the gun. A little bit faster routine than we just saw Grace Callahan with, and that's fine. It's what you're comfortable with.
It's what works for them.
Yeah, it's what works. I mean, were you talking about Kevin DeMichael a second ago? I mean, he'll load his shells when he come out of the gun before he's got 2 more in there.
He has slowed down a little bit, though. I hear.
But he's one of the top shooters.
Yes.
She comes out of the station, high-fiving Megan Harrington. Check out
right
Megan
here,
Harrington right here, Jason. Shooting that 694, shoots it well. I always like Megan's hat. She's always got on like a blue and red and white hat.
I think Megan's the only one shooting a 694.
Yeah.
At this upper level.
That I know, yeah.
And that's a great gun. There's nothing wrong
I
with
shot
that
one of
gun.
those at Nationals one time. It's like, yeah, they are super, super good guns. Super reliable. It shows you right here. I mean, you don't have to buy a $10,000, $15,000 gun to shoot with these people. I mean, you can go out and get a very good gun and beat.
Wait, are you saying when I miss a target, I can't blame it on the gun and the glasses and the shells?
No, you can't do that anymore.
Okay, all right.
Megan's a good FTAS shooter.
Is she now?
Yeah, I believe she's won some major championship here lately.
World FTAS.
Yeah, World FTAS last year. You think that's big enough, Jason?
Yeah.
Where we going to go, to Station 3? Where we need to go, Jason? Station 3?
Let's go to 3. Let's do it.
Station 3.
Looks like they're getting ready to step in and look at their show pairs. Now watch. They show these show pairs. You'll see all their hands up in the air, tracing it just like they had their gun on their shoulder.
Yep. You know, Jason, they're standing there doing nothing right now. Either something's happened. They've either don't have their cards up to the station. They're waiting on somebody to get there. Maybe they're waiting on somebody to get some more shells, whatever it is. They should be coming up right now. It was the cards. She's getting the cards.
One of them forgot the cards in the cart.
Left the cards in the cart. I've done that. Matter of fact, I had cards in the cart one time that blew out of the cart, and I had to go chase them around. So it took a little longer than it just did right here.
Yeah. Blood pressure was probably up by the time you stepped in the box, right?
Look at this hand movement right here by the girls. They're watching these targets. They're going to watch the first target. They're going to move with it. Second target, they're going to move with it. And they're making their plans up on how they're going to approach this. Well, it's like she stepped away from the box. You got Kayla Kane here. She's still thinking about what she's going to do.
Let's see if her plan worked.
Yeah, she's ready. All right, Tim Miles on Station 8. I wish I could go down there and talk to Tim Miles and ask him just what he's thinking about this.
Yeah, I wonder what he thinks of these targets, being a target setter himself, you know?
Yeah, I wonder what he thinks. That's a good point. Wonder what he thinks about them. If he has a different way to approach them being a target setter.
Yeah.
Or is he thinking the same way the target setter thought when he's set the targets?
You get a good understanding when you set targets like that, what's going on and what a target setter was thinking when he set that station, you know?
Yeah. Matter of fact.
Maybe won't we snag him when he gets down here?
Yeah, we'll snag him. We can snag him up. Going back to Kayla here, still shooting. That is a...
She's got a big smile coming out of the box.
Yeah,
I think she swept it.
Looks like she did what she wanted to do or accomplished what she wanted to accomplish for sure. All right, Rihanna Franz. Krieghoff shooter, Remington shooter, Pila glasses.
Do you know what load of Remington she's shooting?
I don't. Do you?
I do not.
I'll ask her when she gets down here.
Let's do it.
We'll just ask. Yeah, we'll just ask her.
I wonder if she's shooting that 1291 ounce or if she's shooting those, what is it, the nitros, the 1235 ounce and eighth.
Rihanna is really, really sharp when it comes to shooting. She's very smart with it and has won a lot of stuff. So.
Taking a look at Ashley Little stepping in here.
The rotation stays the same, guys. If you're not used to watching something like this, they all stay the same in the rotation.
Ashley, number 422, as you see there on her back, and that is her shooter number. And her shooter number does a couple things. It helps the trapper keep up with who's in the box, and it helps the scorekeepers keep up with the scores.
I thought that was my number of misses they were keeping on my back. Mine was 916.
All right, Jason, we're back live here at the women's final station.
this is it.
This is it.
This is what we've been leading up
Yep.
to this whole
Yep.
time.
Halen knows how to do it. She knows how to do it.
Yeah.
They're calling for show pairs. What they're doing now is they're talking to the trapper, calling for show pairs, and the trapper's telling them where the targets are coming from. Once they get that down, she holds her hand out, calls pull, and watches that first single. Then she calls for the report pair, motions with her hand, and then she'll pull the gun up and load it, ready to shoot. Halen, again, out of Texas A&M, grew up in Texas, has been shooting for a long time. Search her name on the internet, and you'll find all kinds of stuff about her.
You know, Justin, we talked about seeing a detail in that target, and that Shondel's giving them problems. This sun behind us is causing a weird reflection in that target.
Yeah, it
I
is.
just watched it on that show pair, and I just wonder if that's messing with the girls or not. It might.
It could be. The shimmer off of the target.
Nails that golden ticket target. Man, she didn't let that thing get 10 feet out of the trap.
Hey, you know what they say about young eyes? You
Right.
can see them a lot faster than the older people.
There's a good example of it. See how she does? She's got a
Thinking.
first pair coming here.
Thinking. First pair. She could have shot that other target twice. Use full use of the gun, but these targets coming out, you get one shot at. One from the left, one from the right.
Dead pair.
And
Good shooting.
she is a dead pair. She has dead pair on that one. Two more coming up. And then Halen will be done for the day. Still looking, still focused, still thinking.
Dead pair again.
I
Man,
noticed
this girl's crushing 'em.
when Halen is shooting, I notice she drops her gun out of the pocket to get the gun out of her face. She
Yeah.
don't keep it mounted the whole
She's
time.
not. Yeah, she's not completely pre-mounted.
Right. Which is a little harder to do.
Yeah.
You have to really practice to get that down, and it looks like she's figured it out.
That's a soft mount that Anthony talks about. You know,
Yep.
just a little down out of the pocket.
She's going to drop it right here. Call pull.
And she's done it. She just dead pair on that one, and she swept the
pair.
station. Hear lots of cheering going on.
Lots of cheering. I'd probably be cheering too. She's a good shooter. Probably didn't miss many.
Yeah. Got Desi in the box here.
Desi's from Alaska. Desi moved to, I think she moved to California and made her way all the way to Savannah, stopped in Texas, lived there for a few years coaching. She's now living in Savannah, Georgia.
Desi Edmonds, shooting Winchester AA, 1 ounce, 1250. She's a 2-time ladies national champion, a 2-time U.S. Open ladies champion. She's a 12-time All-American and an 18-time ladies Team USA member.
She hits the first target on the first barrel. Well, she's got only one barrel, but the first shot, I should say, on an automatic. Okay. She's mounting the gun up. I'm going to turn around here. She gets it where she wants it. Calls pull. First target is smashed. Second target is smashed as well. You could not have hit them any harder than she just hit those.
Couple minutes.
Yeah.
Loads your Winchester ammunition back in the gun. Dead pair.
Desi is shooting the brand new Beretta A400 Excel with Rhino chokes.
All right, here comes Desi on the
Let's see what
third
Desi does here.
pair. Dead bird. She ran
did
the
it.
station.
We have, wait a minute, we still have Karen Shedd coming up here.
Karen Shedd and Ashley Little. This is going to be exciting to find out who wins this.
We're going to have our winner here in just a second. We're going
There's
to find this
people
out.
the road's congested here. There's cameras everywhere. The flags are blowing. We've got dead pair.
She hit the golden ticket.
We've got manufacturers here. People from all types of manufacturers, the sponsors, these people are here watching this. This is a big show.
Dead pair.
Mashes those targets. Thinking, hands on the gun. Gun's closed. Calls pull. barely gets that one and hits that one.
Still hyper-focused.
Wind's not too bad out here. I know people think about talking about the wind in nationals. It's not too bad. It's a breeze, but there's no real wind to speak of. Giving her a hand as she walks out, our last shooter, Ashley Little, is walking in. The 22 world FITAS champion is up in the box right now, thinking about what she needs to do, what her next move is going to be. Closing the gun, call and pull. Misses the single with both shots. I'm sure that hits her hard right here on the last station. Pulls the trigger.
Did you get it, girl?
Ashley's still up. Last pair. She's mounting the gun, call and pull. Both targets were smashed. She
has Ashley just smoked that last pair.
Ashley walks out. We have our winner, and it's cool for me to say that this girl right here won the national championship on this last stand right here. We're bringing her in with us right now, Miss Halen Hanks.
What's going on?
How are you?
Congratulations.
I bet you're happy.
Shaking like a leaf right now, but I'm good.
Now, how many times have you done this?
Never before.
This is
my
your
first time ever.
So have you won it in the junior category?
Nope.
Never won. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
We've been watching you on the monitor here. It looks like we watched you right here. I watched you nail the targets on number one.
Thank you.
Trap teal coming out.
Yes, sir.
And you came back here and you did it and you won. What was your score?
I don't even know. I haven't even checked it yet.
All right. How did you feel coming into this last station knowing you're leading?
I felt a little nervous. I felt more the last shot than anything, but I just kind of had to push past it mentally and got it done.
So was there any stations through the course that gave you a little bit of a fit that maybe made you a little nervous, or?
Probably the first one. I missed the teal the first two pairs and then was able to figure out on the second one. But everything else, it was a onesie in the first pair and then figured it out. So I'll take what I can get.
Yeah.
And you dropped one right here on station 9.
Why are you talking about that, Justin?
I'm watching Halen. I said, she dropped one right here, and you come to station 10 and win. That's amazing.
I think my nerves got to me than anything. I just set up a little too high.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, and I watched it go by, and I'm like, well, crap. Got to run out the rest then.
Yep.
So there we go.
So what's the future look like for you, Halen? I mean, where do we go from here?
Well, from now until probably December 31st, I won't touch the gun and I'll be in the bow stand.
Really?
So, and then finishing up school and getting this semester finished up, and then I'll be good to go, and then I'll be ready for next year.
That's so awesome. Well, congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you
Spend
very
some
much
time
for
with your
joining
friends,
us.
family.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming up.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Okay. Congratulations.
Awesome. Yes, ma'am.
All right, that's it. Everyone watching, thank you for tuning in. That has been the ladies' 2022 Super Squad finale right here. The Super Squad is over for the ladies. Halen Hanks has been crowned the champion, but there are plenty of others that were right there on her tail. She was just a better one today. So thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you at the men's.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Jason Rambo from the Dead Pair Podcast.
I'm Justin Barker with Shotgun Sports USA, and it is time.
This is it.
This is it. This is the one where you find the champion right here. We've been out here all week following these guys around, and it's finally time to crown the champion. It's going to be in about a couple hours, I'm assuming, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. We're glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the edge of my seat every minute of this. I mean, this is exciting. Well, Justin, let's talk about this for a minute. You know, this year's Nationals is the largest clay target shooting event in the world.
It is.
I mean, the main event had over 1,924 shooters.
Yep.
I think the only state out of the 50 states was North Dakota that didn't have a participant that came here.
Yep.
Over 2,300 competitors total for the event. That's
right. That is a lot of people, a lot of good talent. You know, Master Class and AA make up 46%, while the classes A and E are 54%. So that's a lot in Master and AA. And A through E, I mean, it's almost split the field, you know. And what's really surprising, Jason, is that the shooters over 55 years old, that's 46%.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's incredible. But anyway, we're out here on the green course today. We've talked about this all week, what to expect, what the shooters thought, and we're gonna show you a little bit about the green course here in just a second.
Yeah, this is. This wind's starting to pick up just a little bit.
It is.
I just wonder if that's, you know, how that's going to play an effect. I mean, you know, earlier today we saw the ladies, and I don't know if that played a big part in or not, because the wind is just now starting to increase. They probably had 5 to 10 mile an hour winds earlier, but now it's gusting about 15. And that can really change the course of a target real quick. Yeah,
you could actually feel the difference out here from when the women just quit shooting a few minutes ago till now. The wind has just picked up, and the targets being up in the sky like they have been in the distance. I'm sure the wind will have some effect on the shooters today.
Absolutely. Well, I think we were able to go through and look at the targets and look, you know, station by station earlier today, and we'll get that up here in just a second and let everybody take a look at that.
Yeah, it's really neat. We're going to walk through each station with you and show you what to expect and what each station holds and what each shooter is going to experience.
Welcome to the green course, where these 75 targets will determine the 2022 National Sporting Clays Champion. 10 stations with its own unique set of challenges. Station 1, we have 3 report pair. A right to left Shondell, followed by a trap teal. Station 2 is 4 true pair. Both are right to left crossers. Station 3 is 4 report pair. A left to right trap teal, followed by a right to left trap shot. Station 4 is 4 report pairs. A left to right Shondell, followed by a right to left Rambo. Station 5 is 4 true pairs. A left to right Batu, followed by a right to left standard. Station 6 is 4 report pair. A left to right standard, followed by a right to left crosser. Station 7 is 3 report pairs. A left to right standard, followed by a left to right midi coming from a tower. Station 8 is 4 true pairs. A quartering left to right midi Shondell and an incoming standard. Station 9 is 4 report pairs. An outgoing trap teal, followed by a right to left standard. Station 10 consists of a single and 3 report pairs. The single is a trap target. The report pairs consist of a left to right Shondell and a right to left crosser.
So what do you think, Justin? I mean, you shot the green course, I shot the green course. We've talked about it. We just showed everybody, you know, a kind of a brief idea of what they're going to get. Was there a station that gave you a fit?
Yeah, Station 1 with a long trap teal coming out in front of you gave me an issue. Station 8 with a big Shondell gave me an issue. It's a long Shondell coming from the left, way up in the sky. And other than that, it was pretty straightforward. But those 2 stations gave me an issue. What about yourself?
You know, it's funny because everybody talks about Death Row, and they were bigger targets. They were a lot more challenging, a lot more distance, a lot more speed and angle. But I actually did pretty decent on those.
Yeah.
I only dropped 1 target, I think, maybe 2 is the most I dropped on any one station. But it was the targets across the street. They're a little closer, a little slower, a little bit more transitioning. You know, that's what stumped me up. And it's been said before, big targets are not going to affect these guys as much as the smaller targets will. But with this wind playing an effect and the way the wind's coming in on the side of the road that we're sitting on right here at Devil's Row, it's going to play an effect because it's going to push them out even farther than they're already set away from the shooters.
Yeah, that's right. They're the shooters that are out here, and especially in contention to win, are definitely seasoned to shooting big targets like this. So it may not bother them. They have to be on line. They have to have the right amount of lead. They have to have the right setup in order for it to work right for them. But they are definitely skilled enough to handle themselves out here and know what to do if they make a mistake. But what we're going to do is go over these squads right here.
Yeah, because they basically shuffled everybody back up for today's finals.
So they took the top few shooters and re-squatted them in all one squad. They're going to start on Station 1. They're going to end on Station 10 right here next to us. So we're going to cover these squads. I'm going to go over. You may recognize some of these names, especially if you follow the sport. Jason, go ahead with Squad 1.
Yeah, so, I mean, we got Derek Mines, Sean Kemeter, Joseph Finizzi, and Brandon Powell. Now, look, two of these people that we're talking about in here are former national champions. Joe Finizzi is the reigning national champ. Derek Mines won it twice.
Brandon Powell's won the U.S. Open this year.
Brandon Powell won the U.S. Open this year. I mean, this is a heavy hitter squad right here.
It is.
And then Justin here on B squad.
Followed up by Jonathan Henrici. Jonathan's a guy from Florida that's really come on strong at this national event. Anthony Matarese Jr., multiple national champion, a world champion, and a U.S. Open champion, along with Theo Ribbs and Zach Kahnbaum, which is he is a two-time national champion and in the lead right now for his third time.
Yeah, he's just barely in the lead, but he's in the lead. So, again, This is really coming down this stretch. This could all change.
So this first squad, the A, the B squads, those guys right there are going to be the guys we need to really, really watch. I'm not saying some of these other people can't step up and take a spot, but those guys right there that we just talked about are in the lead, and we'll be around here at Station 10 in a few hours.
So for Squad 2, we have Kevin DeMichael, Alex Clark. Both of those are your Georgia boys. David Radulovich and Austin Keemstead, please forgive me on that one.
Yep.
But again, here's four absolutely, David Radulovich, former world champion. Kevin, is there anything he hasn't won?
No, he's won a lot.
Alex Clark's been coming on strong this year, big time. Now, Austin's a little bit unknown to me. I haven't seen him up here lately, but don't let that fool you. That
Austin's a really good shooter, Texas A&M. He's from Florida, shoots at Houston Gun Club, and he is a really, really good shooter. Then you move on to the second squad or the B squad and the second squad, and it's Gavin Miles, Eric Harvey, Ryan Harper, and Wendell Cherry. Real quick, Gavin Miles, national champion, world champion. Eric Harvey, he won third in this year's world championship, along with Ryan Harper winning second. And Wendell Cherry out of Big Red Oak Plantation in Georgia has won his fair amount of shoots as well.
Multi-time U.S. Open champion.
Going on to the third squad, we're going to run through these people real quick. Gene Warner, we appreciate his donation to the Super Squad and to the NSCA. Braxton Oliver out of North Carolina. Bill McGuire out of Tennessee, which Bill has won a national championship. Todd Hitch, which is a very methodical, he worries about everything, his setup, the way he looks at the target. He's in the top. You go on down to the B squad, Mike Deonda.
Dylan Epp, Corey Cruz, Brad Kidd. Again, we've got two former national champions in this squad.
That's right. We do.
I mean, this is going to heat up, and this is going to get good. Moving over here on the fourth squad, Kayla Wilgus. That's Mike Wilgus' daughter.
She's shooting good, too.
She has been shooting phenomenal lately. Dominic Gross. We have Dan Callahan and Greg Wolf.
Yep.
And Greg Wolf's a former national champion.
Greg Wolf's world champion.
Excuse me, yes.
The world champion. Down on 4B, we have Connor Daniel, which is I think he's in the lead right now for sub-junior champion. He's shooting with him. Virgil Minshew, a really, really good shooter. Logan Crane out of Texas. I think Logan would rather be fishing, but he's just as good at shooting a shotgun as he is at fishing. And Jared Rummer, which is an automatic shooter and a really, really good shot.
Moving on to this fifth squad, we have Jerry Rackley, Doug Vine, Jasper Copeland, and Nicholas Berry. Now, don't let these names, maybe they may not be as much a household name as, say, like Anthony goes, but these guys can get it done.
Yeah. Nicholas Berry hadn't been shooting real long. Jasper Copeland, he's young. He's a young shooter. Doug Vine, he's been shooting forever, but he's still very, very competitive. And Jerry Rackley, he's a great shot. He is also donated to the Super Squad. We appreciate that, and glad he's available to shoot with us today. Moving on down to Griffin Howe. You know Griffin.
Yep. Griffin's a young up-and-comer. He's getting it done. Mike Wilgus, again, he's shooting here with his daughter, and William Walton and Turner Purcell. Now, Turner's another one of your natives down in your neck of the woods. He's another up-and-comer getting it done.
That's right. Turner Purcell is the youngest shooter on the Super Squad, and Mike Wilgus is actually a two-time U.S. Open champion. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yes.
He is. Turner Purcell, though, the youngest person on the Super Squad. Moving on to the sixth squad, number 6, Squad A. David Harris, John Comerford, Roger Becker, and Joseph Zietler. Hey, I know John Comerford really well. He's with the NRA. Roger Becker, I think Roger, if I'm not mistaken, shot in the North versus South last night. Automatic shooter, really good shooter.
Student of Anthony's.
Yeah. Going on down to the B squad, we've got Billy Lemons and Clint Hinton, Jonathan Gadrich and Rennie Wilson. And I know you had Clint Hinton on your show just recently.
Yep. That's a young man right there that's strives for perfection.
He is.
Excuse me. I need to strive for perfection in my speaking. But no, I mean, he is an unbelievable shooter, and it's going to be neat to see him perform coming down the stretch.
Jonathan's from Texas. I think he shoots for Schreiner University. Rennie Wilson, I believe he's from Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. So running on down to the 7th squad, Doug Ebenstein. Doug, we appreciate your donation. I've seen Doug shooting all over the country. He's shooting with Mike Luongo out of Rocky Creek in North Carolina. Clay Robertson, that's a big name. Scott Robertson is his dad. They're out of Texas and Elm Fork. And Scott Robertson is a really good shooter and was the host of the PSCA.
We have Chip Welch, Morris Beck, Pat Litsky, former champion, and Trevor Jensen.
That's right. These guys are great shots, I'm telling you right now. And then the A squad, we're going to round out with Michael Smith, Steve Durenthal, and Tamisha Beck. And all of those have bought the spot to be here to support the Super Squad and to support the NSCA.
Again, the people that bought the spot to fill that, 50% of that money goes towards the purse for this event, and the other 50% goes to support Team USA and all their travel. So that's awesome that they're doing that. Every single penny of that goes right back to Team USA squad.
You know what, Jason? We're about 45 seconds away from launching this joker.
I did.
You ready?
Look, I got goosebumps.
You got good. Are you cold or are you just ready?
No, I'm just excited.
All right, there you go.
We need to do this.
As you can see on the screen right here, we've got cameras walking around checking out people. Derek Mine, Joe Finizzi, last year's national champion, walking right there, trying to win his second. Out of Okeechobee, Florida, and a student of Texas A&M.
Well, you just heard the gentleman yell. He told them, let's get them going. So
that's it. They're
going to start seeing their show pairs, and we're going to chase this thing down to the last second.
That's right. And you're about to see some really good shots right here. You're probably going to hear some in just a second. We're ready for this. We've been waiting for this all weekend, and it's time. Right here, San Antonio, Texas, at the National Shooting Complex. Derek Mine, an Olympian. He is the #1 bunker trap shooter in the world.
That's incredible. I got to see his gold medal last night.
Yeah, he showed it to me too. Hey, it's the first gold medal brought back to the U.S. in '66.
Since 1966, yeah. Incredible.
He's sitting, let me tell you what he's doing right here. He's calling for his show pairs. He is watching these targets, holding his hand out, getting the line and the speed of the target so he can set up on the targets with his shotgun. He's shooting Federal ammunition and a Kohler shotgun by Elite Shotguns. He loads it. He's drying his hands off, adjusting his glasses and his hat. He's going to close the gun, and he's going to call for pull. And you notice how he opens it, shuts it, thinks about it. Now Derek is a trap shooter, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's starting out on station 1 right here with that big trap teal.
That's that big nasty trap
coming up from behind the tree. The tree. We can see that target from here. I'm going to call it and let you know what happens with it.
Did he smoke it?
I didn't see it, so I'm assuming he did. It didn't come out.
Yeah,
he's getting ready.
Just so everybody understands, That trap is probably every bit of 40 yards from the shooters, and then it is going out and away.
I'm going to walk over here to station 1. I'm going to see what these guys are doing. If we can get over here. Sean Kimmeter's up on the station right now. He just called pull. And he nicked the trap teal coming out from behind the tree. Closes his gun. Calls pull, smashes the first one, and misses the trap teal on the second shot. Dead pair. Dead pair on the lake, walking out with a dead pair. We got Joe Finizzi. He's very methodical. He looks at his shotgun. He looks at the target. He points. He said he draws lines with his hands so that he can visualize where the target's flying. We're standing behind him right now, so we're trying to be a little quiet. Rolls the gun over to make sure the shells are in and calls pull. He smashes the first pair.
Did you see how fast he took that trap teal?
That trap teal did not stand a chance.
Guys, pay attention to his pre-shot routine. Joe is very, very specific in his setup. He's developed this, and it may look funny to some, but by God, it won him the national championship last year, and there's a reason he does everything he does.
He calls pull. Target comes out. Looks like they pulled it before he called pull, Jason. Calls pull again, center punches it, and misses the trap teal.
Missed the trap teal.
Wow. We've been talking about this all day. This trap teal target coming from behind this tree is probably 35 yards from you, but it's going straight out and up. But Joe follows the same thing, same routine. Even if he misses, he just tries to correct his miss. Smashes both of them there. Yep. He's walking out. Drops one on the station. Got Brandon Powell's walking up. Brandon Powell's first year back after 5 years.
Won the U.S. Open.
He wins the U.S. Open, wins a regional or two, and he's up in the box now shooting one of the best shotgun shooters, that the sport has seen for sure. And he smashes his first pair.
Yeah, man.
The pressure these guys have to be under right now. You got all 10 of the best shooters right here, or all 8 of them right here shooting together, watching what each other's doing. He smashes his second pair.
Final pair coming up here. This is a 3-pair station.
Now you notice how Brandon Powell doesn't have on a vest.
Yes.
He's got on a shell pouch. Brandon told me before he likes to make sure he looks good as well as shoots good.
Dead pair sweeps the station.
6. Todd Hitch is on station 3. Station 3 is a station that starts in the woods. You have a slight section of this course that is wooded, which the targets are a little closer, but they're still as technical as the rest. And that is where he is shooting right now. Jonathan Henrici is back on station 1. He is up shooting right now. This is the B squad. These are the top 4 shooters in the tournament right now. Jonathan Henrici just called for his show pairs. He's loading his gun, getting ready to call pull. hits the first one, misses the second, the trap teal, the same target that's given everybody problems so far. If you're not dead on your game, you will miss this target.
That's another dead pair. Man, you know, it's funny, Justin, if you pay attention on that trap teal we keep talking about, some of these guys are pecking the left side. Some of them are taking the top of it off. Some of them are pecking the right off. So they're all reading it different.
It wasn't this easy for me.
No.
Last pair out. He dropped 2 on the station.
Oh.
Mike Wilgus pulling up on station 3, ready to shoot his targets. Mike Wilgus is he's been in the game a long time and knows exactly what he's doing. All right, we're moving back over to Anthony. We're going to watch him real quick.
Now this
He's
is
up in the box.
Here, Justin, that really has a very specific pre-shot routine. Anthony is just like Joe, a little, different in what he does, but very specific like Joe in his setup and in his pre-shot. And he will do the same thing every time.
Yes, Anthony from Pennsville, New Jersey. Flew all the way down from New Jersey to Texas. He gets here a week, stays here for a whole week, and all he does is think about shooting and winning this tournament. Calls for his first pair. And
dead loss.
Drops the trap teal. Dead lost. He adjusts himself, thinks about what he's done, and I can bet you he's going to correct it right here.
And he did with a dead pair. Absolutely. You know, you want to talk about somebody that's wrote the book on the game. It's this man right here.
Literally.
Just wrote the book.
Yeah.
Straight Shooting, a world champion's guide to play shooting, and that's Anthony. And another dead. Anthony walks out with a 5. That's
Turner Parcell, the youngest guy in the tournament, is walking up on 3 right now. A very good shooter out of Rocky Creek, sponsored by Creek Off. Sorry, that was Station 5, not Station 3.
Theo just went dead pair on his first pair, crushing both of them. Figured it out right off the rip.
Theo's really been shooting well this year. Really been shooting well. Happy to see him shooting well. He's shooting a Beretta with Winchester ammunition.
DT-11.
DT-11. Left-handed shooter. One of the only left-handed shooters in this. Theo drops his last target.
Well, he dropped one there, Justin, but don't count him out. He's not over yet.
The leader of the tournament just walked up to Station 1, Zach Keenbaum, out of Savannah, Georgia, shooting a DT-11 with a Jim Greenwood stock, Winchester ammunition, and Pila glasses from Clay Target Vision. Zach, dead pair on his first pair. The trap teal and the crosser is dead.
And that's another dead pair for Zach. You know, Zach's another one, too. Totally different style, totally different setup on his pre-shot. But, again, very specific every time.
As we watch Zach throughout the tournament, we notice that he'll take targets later than most. Another dead pair. Zach walks out with 6 dead.
We've got Corey Cruz down here on Station 3.
Corey Cruz, a 2-time national champion, world English champion. He's won all. He's shot with the best and won with the best. So he's down here shooting right now.
Got Joe Finizzi on Station 2.
Joe Finizzi, like we've talked earlier, very methodical. Points, draws the line. Make sure he has everything like he wants it before he calls pull.
You know, and as we take a look here, Justin, these aren't just idiosyncrasies that they're doing. I mean, there's specific reasons for each one of them to have this kind of a pre-shot routine. They've spent years developing this.
Yes, and it's not just something they do.
Right.
It's something they have put into their routine to make them better at what they do.
That's right. You know, if you ever look at Joe's eyes when he turns around from walking out of a station, it looks like he's about to just kill a lion or something, you know?
Yeah, well, he's serious. Brandon Powell, I mean, shooting a Krieghoff parkour, Pila glasses on, and he needs those glasses on right now, especially looking into the sun.
You know, we're taking a look here. Kayla Wilgus, Mike Wilgus' daughter. Now, this girl has really been making a splash, really been making a name for herself.
She has.
She has been coming up fast, and what an awesome shooter.
That's right.
Well, she knows she's got a good coach and her dad,
But
right?
you know something about Kayla that I didn't notice is she's shooting an over and under. She was shooting an automatic.
I think that was a recent switch.
Yeah, it had to be, because I didn't know that she was shooting an over and under right now. Kayla Wilgus is a member of Team Winchester, one of the sub-juniors that they sponsor. Walking off the stand. Connor Daniel showing up in the screen right there along with Kayla Wilgus.
Student is Zach Kindbombs.
Yes, that's correct.
We got Derek Mine here back on Station 2, and we can see those targets from here, Justin. Dead pair for him. No problem whatsoever. Man, he took those early. I don't know how these guys can get their eyes on a target and engage it that fast.
Well, you got to think what he does. He's a trap shooter as well, and he's used to pulling that trigger just as fast as he's seeing that target. I can't focus on it that quick.
A bunker trap at that.
Yeah. But that's why he's an Olympian, and he has won world medals, and you and I are sitting here talking about him. Really a focused shooter. Pulls the gun into his shoulder. And you know what you'll never, by looking at these guys on camera, what you'll never notice is when they hit them or when they miss them.
Right.
Because they're so
There's
composed.
no emotion.
Right.
None.
They got to let that miss, if they miss, roll off their shoulder.
Another dead pair for him. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, now, see, you were just talking about there's no emotion. I'm very good. You can definitely tell when I miss. There would be a lot of editing going on if we were filming me shooting right now.
Yeah, me too.
So,
yep.
but,
My golf cart would be over here in the ditch.
You know, take a look here. We got Anthony walking up and talking with Zach and Theo. You know, what competitors in any other sport do that? None of them. You know?
Well, you see it, but it's all, I mean, you're talking about football, it's all trash talk.
Right.
They're competing against them.
And these guys aren't. They're actually supporting each other.
That's right.
That's incredible.
And helping each other. And when they're done with this, they're probably going to go out to dinner and celebrate whoever wins.
Right. I want to take a look at David here. Now, here's somebody that's definitely developed a unique style in the last few years. Now, he's a product of Wendell Cherries.
Yes.
And he shot like Wendell. He looked like Wendell for the longest time in his style. But
Watch this, Jason. Watch this.
Yeah.
He comes down, drops the gun out of his shoulder, moves back to the target, calls pull every time. Now, David he does take a while to shoot.
Yes.
But you got Anthony Matarese right here loading his shells in his gun. He likes to twist his shells to kind of calm him down before he starts to shoot. It may sound simple, but it's something he does, and it works.
And, you know, he said in his book, you see how he's kind of bobbing back and forth?
Yeah.
That's not a nervous thing. He's actually trying to make sure that his foot position gives him the best balance to take that shot. Where he's going to engage that target out, he wants to make sure that he's got the right foot stance and the right balance. And that's what, when you see him bobbing back and forth, that's what he's doing. He's wanting to make sure it's not just a little silly thing he's doing. There's meaning to everything that they do.
That's right. And that's why he is what he is.
That's right.
That is Mr. Sporting Clays right there that you're watching. He's won everything there is to win, but he wants to continue to win more. They give hands fist bumps.
Well, we looked at Kayla here a minute ago. Now we're going to take a look at her dad, Mike Wilgus.
Mike is as you can see on his vest right there, he's got support from some of the best in the industry. And there's a reason for that. He's a great guy, and he's a great shooter. He's a great advocate for the sport, and he is also one of the best out here.
Theo Ribbs, the only left-handed shooter we have out here today.
Theo is. And Theo has been, he has shot all you want to shoot. He's been on the PSCA. He's won regionals. He's, as you can see right there with that head shake, he's probably just missed one. And it's not good for Theo to miss him because he's sitting second right now. And every target counts. And that's hard for some people to understand, oh, he missed a target, right? But that target counts because these other guys aren't going to miss.
That's right.
As you can see, the sun, they're probably looking towards the sun where he's at when they call pull, so that's probably tough on them.
And, you know, Justin, that's one thing we didn't talk about. We've talked about the wind. We've talked about the targets. It's the sun. As they're going down one side of the road, they've got the sun. They got the sun facing them. As they come back around, they got the sun in a different area. So, you know, it's going to affect them as they come down, up and down this road.
That's right. And you have to be prepared for that. Every station these guys shoot, there's a different challenge on every station. And it challenges them in a different way. You see Zach's known for getting that gun up in his shoulder and his arm high.
But, the chicken wing, as they call it.
Yeah, but he can really deal with it. He's shooting a 1250 feet per second shell, 1 1/8, super handicap from Winchester.
Is he shooting an ounce and eighth?
Shooting an ounce and
eighth.
I
thought he was a 1 ounce shooter.
No, Desi shoots 1 ounce. Zach is a 1 1/8 guy, and you can't get him to change. He'll shoot 1 ounce at FETASC, but when he's shooting sporting, he's definitely shooting 1 1/8. Eric Harvey finished third in world this year, shooting a Beretta DT11, and he is on Team USA. I think this is his first year he made Team USA, but he has made a big entrance into the sporting clay world this year.
Especially in this last year.
Yes, sir. He is very good. And Eric Harvey, don't count him out. He is Jonathan Henrici. Works for John Woolley and Woolley Shooting Clinics. Saltwaters down in Florida is where he shoots out of. Jonathan used to shoot a Baltazar. I'm sure he still shoots that, and I'm glad to see him in the top. He's really worked hard for it. He's one of the first people that I saw at a tournament when I started. Yep, I was in Florida, and first person I saw was Jonathan Henrici with his PSCA shirt on, and I can still remember that. So I'm glad he's where he's at. Has a little girl. Maybe she'll get into shooting. If she does, she got a good teacher.
You know, over here on Station 7, we have Jasper Copeland.
Yeah, Jasper. He's on the tower, the report pair, the standard, and here comes the MIDI. And, you know, on those two targets, the MIDI will look further than the standard because it's smaller. So you have to really compensate your lead and your gun.
Yeah. Ryan Harper here on Station 3. Now, he's a product of Mike Luongo.
He is. And
he's become just a phenomenal shooter here the last couple of years.
You know, he started out with Mike Luongo, and now he shoots a lot with Zach.
Does he?
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Look at Wendell Cherry right there in his Parazzi vest.
That's a man that's created a lot of champions.
Wendell Cherry. We'll have to come back to him. He might take a minute to shoot the gun right here.
Yeah. He's got a long pre-shot routine.
He does. Very smooth, very thought out. He ejects the shells. He just like Joe Finizzi, just like David Radulovich and some of the other guys, Griffin Howe. They're all products, so to speak, of Wendell Cherry.
Yeah.
They've got something.
Their base method came from Wendell.
They think about what they're doing. Before they put that gun up, they've thought about breaking those targets and seeing them break.
Look at how smooth Wendell is.
Yeah. You know, Wendell he'll get a new gun. He'll get a new Parazzi. He's sponsored by Parazzi. But he always goes back to shooting his old one. Yes. I don't know how old that gun is that he's shooting right there.
Well, that stock he's got right there is every bit of 30 years old.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
You can look at it, it's just worn out from his hands, but he can't find anything to duplicate what he's already got, so he just keeps shooting it.
Right.
Fist bump Gavin Miles walking out. Gavin Miles, one of the only, or he might be the only shooter shooting a high rib gun here.
Bill McGuire.
Bill McGuire.
Bill McGuire is shooting a high rib gun.
And Kevin DeMichael.
And, yep, you're right.
So
Kevin
we got
DeMichael.
3 people shooting the high rib guns. What aren't, they used to be a big thing, but now it seems like a lot of people have went to the flat rib guns, but not these guys.
Or even a mid rib.
Or mid rib, but
Yeah.
not these guys. They want to stick with what they know, and he knows what he's doing.
You know, Justin, I started off with a high rib gun, and there was certain presentations like a trap peel. You could just hammer them right out of the box, but you get on a long crosser, a big incomer, and I felt it to be a hindrance, but they obviously have found a way to overcome that, and they're still believers in it. So.
Yep. Gavin Miles is really particular on his setup, how he stands, how he puts the weight over the front of his knees and on the back of his ankles and or back of his heels. He's very centered in his stance, and he worries about that.
If you ever watch any of Gavin's instructional videos, he's very, very big on posture.
Yes.
He's very, very big on core movements and stuff, and you could see it just looking at him. I mean, the guy looks like an animal.
Yeah.
But,
I have his membership to his online training course, and it's really neat to watch.
Well, Station
Mike
10,
Luongo.
right behind us, we have Mike Luongo.
Mike Luongo's a target setter. He is a general manager of a club called Rocky Creek Sporting Clays, and
a phenomenal coach.
He is a phenomenal coach, phenomenal shooter. Sponsored by Krieghoff and Remington Ammunition.
Dead pair on that one. Man, these guys just flat crush targets. They don't just chip them like we do.
Yeah, you're right about that.
They center them.
Look how there's
Another
no
dead
movement
pair.
in that gun when he pulls the trigger.
You know, with these guys, they don't go in just trying to sweep a station. They want to break every single target on the course.
Right.
They want to sweep a course.
Yep. And you got to think how many rounds they've shot this week, man.
Oh,
I mean,
goodness.
event after event after event, and this is the only event that really matters to them for most of them. Joe Finizzi, we got caught back up with him on Station 3. He's going to adjust his hat, his glasses, pick up his gun. What a lot of people find interesting about him is the way he loads his gun and then flips his gun to make sure it's loaded. Even though he knows it's loaded, it's just something he does in his routine.
Well, you know, I was talking with David Radulovich, and he analyzed that one time, and he made guesses on why he did all that stuff. Went up and asked Joe, and sure enough, he had his glasses slide down one time. He had his hat blow back one time. He had a time that the gun wasn't loaded, and that's why he does every single one of those steps. He's double-checking everything in his setup to make sure it's ready to go.
Yep. Joe told me once that he likes to see things drawn out. He wants to see them. If he can see something on paper, he can do it. That's what he's doing with these targets with that finger that he's putting up here in just a second, is drawing a line right there of where the targets are going to go and where they're going to come from.
Very, very calculated shooter.
Yeah, and that's where his gun moves. That's why he's a national champion. That's why he's finished second in the World FETASC.
And won junior several times.
Oh, yeah, several times.
You watch the tip of that gun, and it went just exactly where his finger was.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Dominic Grossi is coming up on Station 6 right here. Another Beretta shooter, shooting for Able Ammo out of Texas. He is shooting an SO5 Beretta, which is a very expensive gun, a very nice gun. And Dominic has an odd way of shooting. He's a Zach student. If you'll look right there, they kind of resemble each other.
He's got that chicken wing. He's got that
arm
right
up.
elbow up high.
But Dominic is out of Texas A&M, was on the national winning team at Texas A&M. I believe he's working for a construction company right now. And when he's out there, you know that he means business.
You know, Dominic's been so caught up with school and everything else lately, and we don't see him a lot on the tour.
Right.
But when he does show up,
he shows up.
He shows up.
That's right. It looks like he may be on Station 6 right there. He is on Station 6 for that left left target is pretty good, has pretty good distance on it, pretty good speed, and then a right target.
Back here again with Gio Finizzi. I'm telling you, if you could take them glasses off and see his eyes when he turns around, he looks like he's just going to just rip your face off.
And you know what? You see him right there? He's going to walk to the next stand.
Yeah.
He don't want to ride in a cart. He'll walk around in circles out there. He's looking at Brandon Powell right now, loading his shells in his gun. Jason Logan Crane right here on Station 6. Virgil Minshew, Jared Rumor, there's a lot of them. Connor Daniel right there. They are all shooting together, it looks like, and we're talking about Logan Crane right here. He's a guy that loves to shoot. He's in law school, and he loves to fish. But let me tell you something. That boy can shoot. He knows how to. He loves shooting that make it break in those games like that. He's really, really good. He's confident in his style. Look at him shaking his head like, yeah, I got this one down.
Yeah, I got that.
I got this figured out.
You can read that on him.
Yeah. Kind of looks like Spencer Strider, if y'all know who that is. He's a pitcher for the Braves with that mustache he's got going on.
Back here with Derek Mine. Look at him. You see how he's wiping his hands and checking his glasses? Boy, I bet you I've done that 100 times this week. Didn't help me any, though.
You know, it's fun. It would be fun to just be someone riding and following these guys and just watching how they're doing things. You can really be surprised how much you would learn if you're trying to come up in clay shooting by just following these guys around and watching what they do.
Well, Justin, people need to come on down here to the National Shooting Complex next year, and they need to watch this. We got
Trevor Jensen.
Trevor Jensen.
He just showed up here, Station 10. I'm glad they put the camera on him. Really good. I want to say that he has shot a lot with Gavin Miles in the past, and I think that he's still running that school that him and Gavin were started.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, well, he just smoked that last pair. Let's see what he's got here. Another pair coming up.
Yeah. And if you really look back and think about it, guys, all of these guys you're watching, they do the same thing, just in a different way.
Okay, now he just went lost dead again, Justin. We saw this earlier with the ladies. That's Shondell, and I'm telling you, I think it's something to do with the lighting is really reflecting on that, showing that belly, and it might have just affected him there.
Sean Kimmeter coming up here. Sean Kimmeter is a student of Anthony Matarese. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did not know that.
He is. He's always been a good shooter. I can remember seeing Sean on the PSCA.
Yes, in fact, he was in the finals with Wendell Cherry.
Yep, Sean is a very good shooter and has been doing really, really well here this week at National Shooting Complex for the National Championship. Thinking about it, pulling the gun back up. That is the Connor Daniel, one of the best sub-junior shooters in the country right now, sponsored by Team Winchester. He is
student of Zach Keenbaum.
He is a student of Zach Keenbaum's, and this kid right here really, really shoots the ammo. He throws it through that gun, and he is really good shooting a Cole DT-11.
And you know what? We were wrong.
Look at his arm.
Theo is not the only left-handed shooter out here today.
I didn't think about that. So
Connor is also left-handed.
We've seen Zach's arm sticking out, right? We've seen Connor's arm sticking out. All of Zach's students' arms stick out but mine, and that's probably because I can't get it up that high.
We're going to have to work on that, Justin.
Connor thinks about it. He's really methodical, just like Joe is, really. He don't take as long as Joe, but he's looking at him twisting those shells, making sure that it is doing – that he's thinking what he wants to do, and it's the right process. Now, Connor's 15 years old, out of Savannah, Georgia, shoots on the school team down there, and he's very, very good with that. Moving on to Theo, back with Theo.
Our other southpaw.
Yeah. He is, I don't know that Theo's aged. Theo looks the same to me as he did 6-8 years ago. I mean,
he does. It's like he's ageless.
Yeah, But I tell you one thing that's gotten better is his shooting. He is really on it right now. As you can see, all the people on the back of his vest, they believe in him. And there's a reason why they believe in him, because he can do it.
You notice how Theo doesn't wear a ball cap.
He doesn't.
All these other shooters do, and Theo does not. In fact, I think him and Brandon Power are the only two that don't.
Dominic Rossi back on Station 7 coming up here. Now, this is the tower shot that we've shown a few times. Look at that gun. That gun doesn't move at all as far as recoil is concerned.
No.
Here's our leader when we started. Zach has shot that gun so much, Jason, that I think it's his barrel, the rib on his barrel is worn out.
Like, are you serious?
Yeah, I think that, and that stock he's shooting right there, I mean, that's the stock he's won everything with. He refuses to get rid of it. So if it breaks, I don't know what he's going to do. But look at this.
But do you blame him?
No, I wouldn't change nothing either.
That's his shield. That's his sword, you know?
Yeah, he's always going to shoot mods, 20s and 20 at the top, 20 in the bottom. And I'll tell you something about Zach. When we go to eat somewhere, he will order everything on the menu just to taste it. He loves to eat. He's a good cook, too. They say he can cook ribs and steak like nobody's business.
Well, I'm still waiting on the invite.
Yeah.
Don't think that I won't. I'm not going to turn that invite down now.
Yeah. You have to go down to Georgia to get some of that.
Right.
Look at him. So we got Jonathan Henrici walking up right here with his, getting ready to pull the trigger. And if y'all, this is kind of on the side, a side note, but if you'll notice, some of these shooters wearing the hats. Most of them, not all of them, most of them are going to be flat bill hats, and the reason that is because it gets the bill up and out of the way of their glasses and their vision.
But still gives them their eyes a protection from the sun.
It's not always like that, but that's what a lot of them will say. David does that. Jonathan.
Well,
Zach.
know who claims brought that to us?
Zach.
Mr. Roberts himself, Mr. Chad Roberts.
Chad Roberts, I think. Yeah.
Over the California boy.
That's right. And I forgot about Rad Chad Roberts.
Taking a look here at Clay Robertson, Station 1.
The trap teal.
See how he handles that trap teal. Uh-oh, we got a little shake of the head here. I don't think that was...
Clay Robertson's a young guy out of Texas. Grew up around shooting. Is that Pat Litsky watching?
I can't tell. I think it is.
Jonathan Henrici right here. Still in the box. Let's watch what he does here. This is a target coming out from the left, going up on top of that tree. The other one's coming out right there next to the other tree like a trap target.
You know, taking a look at these guys now. Todd Hitch here, another student of Wendell Cherry's.
Yep.
And if you'll notice something about Todd, take a look at his pre-shot routine here. Wendell said on your podcast that he believes good shooting comes from a very calm state of mind.
Right.
And I think Todd took that and ran with it and has been very successful with that. You watch him as he closes his gun slowly, mounts his gun slowly.
And his cheek don't touch this. Look at his cheek barely touches that stock.
No, and notice something. No erratic movements.
None.
Okay, that target's just hauling through the field right now, and he's barely moving that gun. And nice and smooth and fluid. Todd is, I love watching Todd shoot.
Yeah.
I really do.
Young kid out of Tennessee. Has his own shooting business, coaching business, I should say, right now. And he's done really, really well shooting and coaching. Proud of Todd. I can remember when I was shooting, I was in A class or whatever it was, and this kid showed up named Todd Hitch. And I was trying to get all state or region or whatever it was. And I told my wife, I got to go up to Tennessee, and this guy's going to be there, so I got to shoot in the same tournament he's going to be in. Well, needless to say, you see where he's at, you see where I'm at.
You didn't make all state or all region, did you?
No, I didn't, because of Todd Hitch right here. Proud to say it, though. He's a good kid.
And you know he is. He's a wonderful kid. He's very respectful, very polite.
Bill McGuire, Corey Cruz, Braxton Oliver back there in the background.
Now we have Gene Warner here. Now he's one of the people that bid and bought to be on the squad. Very thankful that he's here shooting with us.
Yes, for people like that the sport needs to support, his donation and everyone else's donation that has paid for or bid on one of these spots and won is going straight back to the purse, half of it, and half of it's going to Team USA.
But I bet you if you ask the man, it wasn't that it's just going to be fun to shoot with a pro. He's probably learned a lot shooting with the pros this week.
It's like getting a lesson. Like getting a lesson for sure. It's like he's shooting him a high rib, too.
Boy, we're wrong on our counts between high ribs and left-handers, aren't we?
We are. Connor Daniel walked back up here.
We need to take better notes, Justin.
Yeah, I know we do. Watch this tower shot right here with Connor Daniel, a left-hander. His break, he's going to break it out here to the right of the way he's shooting. Very smooth. Super kid. I'm glad these kids are coming up. I call them kids. Young men, women are coming up in this sport, and it's really impressive to see how good they are so early.
Yeah.
Old Braxton Oliver. Look at here now.
Yeah, buddy.
Krieghoff shooter. Bear pelt. Where's the bear pelt?
Yes, he did. And I was just talking to Braxton the other day. He, for the longest time, would not wear a vest. But he really found a love in that bear pelt, and he said he won't shoot without it now. He absolutely loves it. He's got several of them, and
I think Braxton, I might be mistaken, is shooting a fixed barrel parkour. I think.
I believe you're correct.
Yeah, I know he's shooting a Krieghoff parkour. I'm not sure if it's got chokes or not, but I think it's a fixed barrel. And Braxton Oliver, his dad, Mike Oliver, they have 2 clubs, and he's always shooting and coaching, and glad to see him out here with us today. Braxton Oliver definitely has won his fair share of tournaments.
The first time I ever met Braxton Oliver was at the 2020 Florida State shoot, and he ran 100 straight.
Oh, he's done. Yeah, I'm sure he's done that more than once.
And it's just incredible. Amazing shooter.
Yep, tossing them out.
There, Uncle Bill. We got Uncle Bill McGuire coming in the box here now. I think this is probably the most loved man in sporting clays.
He is super nice. He told us, he said, listen, I want to go out there and shoot with these guys, but would y'all please just tell them to take it easy on me?
Yeah, don't beat up on me.
Yeah, national champion, speaking of that.
Now, Bill's a little different in his technique. If you watch, it looks like he has very, very little gun movement. He's real big on letting that target do the work for him. Let it come to him. Let it develop. He's real big on that.
Yeah, he is. Uncle Bill's what they call him. He shot a Baltazar for a long time. Very smooth. Coaches an awful lot all the way around the country.
He does.
Travels everywhere. Team USA member, as you can see.
Well, he's not hard to find. If somebody wants to take a lesson from him, we've both had him on both Shotgun Sports and Dead Pair podcast,
right.
and he'd love to help anybody. Yeah,
always smiling. Brad Kidd Jr. walking up. Brad's a guy from Florida, he's married to Gavin Miles' sister, Michelle Miles, which is a really good shooter. They have 3 kids. Brad coaches a lot down there, and now that he's a family man and a dad and a husband and a coach, he's trying his best to get out here to these big tournaments. Previously won the national championship, by the way.
I was just going to say, as we're looking at Brad here, who is a former national champion, the one thing we forgot to mention about Bill, he's like a 3 or 4-time national champion. So Bill knows how to get it done with these young kids.
Bill can do it.
Absolutely. He was telling me that by April, he's on the road. It's so hot down there. Nobody wants to come down and shoot in that weather, so he heads north and he coaches all over the country as well, and then he goes back down about October, and he's back down there in South Florida for the rest of the year.
Brad looks like he'd be a beach guy, though.
He does.
Yeah, he looks like he'd be one of those guys hanging out on the beach, but he's probably not.
Super nice guy.
Yeah. Right behind us, we have Jonathan Gadrich, Station 10. Shriner University, I believe, is who he's shooting for.
And that's a dead pair.
Shooting a DT-11. I can remember Jonathan shooting. He shot FTASC with me a long time ago, and I thought, wow, this kid's good. Well, again, I'm sitting here, and he's shooting.
Yeah. He just ran another dead pair. Let's see how he finishes out the station here. Dead Perry swept
You
the
want me to tell you
station.
who coached him?
What's that?
Zach.
No.
Yep.
Did he really?
Yep.
Did not know that.
Mike Deonda. Mike Deonda he's a TV personality, if y'all didn't know that. He's got a hunting show that's on TV. Looks like he's shooting a Krieg off here. That's a pro sporter, too. Looks as if. Super, super nice guy. Him and his son both shoot, travel around, shoot everywhere. Couldn't ask for a nicer guy to hang around with. Big guy, too. You don't want to smart off to him, Jason.
No, sir. No, I only come up to about his chest. I don't think that's a man I'd want to upset.
I don't know if there's a gun heavy enough for him.
Well, we were talking about all the youth coming up in this sport.
Yeah.
And the youth shooting sports has gone so big, so far, really. And it's incredible how respectful the youth are in this sport compared to other sports.
That's right.
Very respectful, very polite, very well mannered. I love seeing it, you know.
Yeah. Well, if this is something they can get out and do, even if they're just starting.
Let's take a look here at Roger Becker. Now, remember, I told you he only shoots one eye open.
Yeah.
And when he first went to Anthony had tried to get him to shoot two eyes, and he just couldn't do it. He said, well, we're just going to work with what you got. And
That's right.
By golly, he can get her done now. Roger Becker's up from my area, up north. And, anything in Ohio, New York, Michigan, Pennsylvania, guarantee you'll see his name at the top of the list.
Yeah, Roger he's a nice guy. I met him last night, shook his hand. Really enjoyed talking to him. Dylan Epp right here. Dylan Epp is shooting with Mike Deonda, Corey Cruz, and Brad Kidd. Definitely some guys that I would want to shoot with. And he's not far out of the lead when we started this tournament.
No, not at all.
Let's watch this for a second. That gun didn't move at all, Jason.
Not at all.
It's just impressive, man. Just the setup, the way people come out here and how precise everything is.
Absolutely.
It's just amazing. We talked about the numbers on the back of their vests. That's actually the number he was when he registered, but that's how they keep up with score and how the trapper keeps up with score and how he keeps up with who was in the box shooting. This big guy right here just passed by us.
This is another guy I don't think you want to upset.
No, Doug Vine. We just missed him, but he was definitely.
Uncle Bill back here on 7. This
On
is
the
that
tower.
report pair out of the tower, that midi and that standard.
A fairly straightforward pair.
It is. But the midi's the deception there.
There it is. You got to be, it's not a hard pair. The next one's a little harder than this one to me. I keep saying that. Maybe it wasn't to you. But you definitely have to watch it. It'll look like it's further than it really is, being a midi.
Yeah.
Look
Back
at Todd.
here with Todd Hitch.
Watch this. His face ain't on the gun. Did it ever get on the gun?
Well, another student of Wendell Cherry's that did that same thing for the longest time.
Who's
David
that?
Radulovich.
Now, you've talked to Corey Cruz quite a bit, don't you?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't talk to him on a regular basis, but yeah, we've talked to him quite a bit. And Corey is such a great family man. His wife and kids are here with him this week.
Yep.
They travel together when he shoots.
Hey, I'll tell you this, Jason. We just had somebody ride by us, Mike Wilgus, and I'll bring this back up in a second. Jasper Copeland on Station 10 in the white vests. You can pick him out from a long ways away. From Reynolds, Georgia, Lake Oconee area. He travels all around.
Student of Brandon Powell's.
He is. He started shooting a long time with Sammy McFadden, which was inducted. He won some award this year, and into the Hall of Fame, the Service Award and Hall of Fame. And He shot with Jasper for a long time, and then now Jasper's doing a lot of shooting with Brandon. Got Nick Berry walking up here. Nick Berry, really good friends with the guy Mike DeYonda that we were talking about earlier. Nick has his own club. He's now a club
owner. Made the move from California to, I believe it's Idaho.
Yep.
Is that right? Yes.
Let's get him to send me some potatoes. Y'all want to see something fast? Y'all check this out right here. It's Kevin DeMichael out of Macon, Georgia. Been shooting this sport for a long time. I used to go watch up to the Meadows Gun Club and watch Kevin shoot. He impressed me so much. He's going to take them shells out and throw some more back in and pull it right back up to his face.
Yep, Kevin is a game bore shooter. Shooting the game bore white gold shells, 1 ounce.
Shooting that high rib Krieghoff.
High rib Krieghoff.
What's Kevin going hunting when he leaves here? He's got on a camouflage shirt.
I don't think Kevin misses a day of hunting of any kind.
He doesn't. When I can tell you this, when this round right here is over, he will not pull out that gun again until next year. He's going hunting.
Yeah, he'll be in a deer stand or duck blind or something.
If you'll go follow him on Instagram and Facebook, you'll see all of his hunting stories, because he posts them on there, and he loves to do it. He's been doing it a long time. Been doing this a long time.
You see, he's slowed down a lot from what he was. He used to really, he'd get those shells out and get another set in, back up and he'd go. But he's slowed down a lot from what he used to be.
Yeah.
And I take that back. That's the game bore white gold 1 1/8 ounce shells that he's shooting.
He shoots the big boys, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He said if you can put it in there, that's what I want to shoot. He wants to shoot it all.
Well, you know what he said to me? Do you know why I shoot 1 1/8 ounce? And I said, why is that? Because they won't let me shoot 1 1/4 ounce. So,
guys, we've got shooters riding by us, I should say, right now, saying they've only dropped 1 target. 1 target.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. It's Alex Clark right here. Alex Clark, coming out of nowhere, really. This year, he has been on fire. He's been in the sport a long time, but he is really, that last year and this year surprised everybody. Last year at Nationals, he finished, I think it was the top 15. I don't have the stats in front of me, shooting an SL3 Beretta from Cole.
That is a beautiful gun.
Yes, a custom gun. Alex owns Gator Creek Sporting Clays in Alamo, Georgia. And if you ever want to go down to Georgia, close to Savannah down there, by where Zach is, and shoot something challenging, he's got it. I can promise you. And if it's not challenging enough, he'll set it. And I'll tell you something else. There's only been 2 people ever to shoot 100 at his course.
Is that right?
Yeah, ever.
Do you know who they are?
Yep. Zach Kingbaum and Brandon Powell.
Wow. Well, Alex will make you laugh now, that's for sure.
Matter of fact, when Alex gets over here close to us, we're going to pull him over here and we're going to talk to him for a second.
Okay. I asked him last week, I said, hey, man, I said, what'd you do to get ready for this event? He said, I went and bought a new pair of Onnit shoes. So, we'll catch back up here with Jonathan Harichi.
Jonathan, I got Jonathan figured as a serious guy today.
Yeah.
I don't have him figured as wanting to, do a lot of talking. I think I saw him riding out to the station by himself. I think he's really focused on what he needs to do.
Everybody that's down here, Justin, it's a national championship. They want to do well. But this super squad we're looking at right here, winning for them is serious. Taking a look here at David Radulovich. I mean, now this is a guy that
I told David yesterday.
That's all he does is shoot targets.
He does. And let me tell you something. He's got every vest known to man. I said, David, I love your choice of vest, but you look like a rug today.
Well, you know how women are with shoes?
Yeah, he's like that with vests.
That's how David is with vests.
Yeah.
He loves him some bear pelt vests, and he's always designing a new one every time I talk to him.
Mike Wilgus right here behind us, guys. I told you someone drove by and said they've only dropped 1. Okay. Well, that was Mike Wilgus. Mike Wilgus has only dropped 1 target until this station. Jason, watch and see if he's dropped any more.
That was just a dead pair he shot right there.
He started on station 5. He's now on station 10 and dropping 1 target. That's pretty impressive.
I mean, yeah, you think about that. We've talked about Death Row all the way coming down the stretch here. To only drop 1 target on this whole course?
Yeah, and he's about to ease back around. to the easy side.
We
Easier
stood
side.
down there a little bit ago on Station 1 and watched some of the top shooters drop a couple targets on that trap teal.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to watch Mike when he gets over there to Station 1. Right now we're looking at David again.
He loves him some game bore shells too, man.
He
I think
does.
he's shooting the dark storms.
Hey, but that's okay. I mean,
1 ounce 1350s.
Yep. He's always, since game bore came back to the U.S., I know that's what his main shell has been. Watch how long he's going to take here. You put Wendell, David, and Joe Fedese and Todd Hitch on
We'd shut this tournament down.
Yeah, we'd be here on Tuesday still watching what they were doing. But you know what else about David is I've also seen him shoot fast.
Oh, he can do it.
Yeah,
He just chooses not to.
I saw him shoot one time. He had his phone on ring in his pocket, and he shot the pair, killed the pair, pulled his phone out, just threw it on the ground, kept shooting like it didn't even bother him.
Oh my goodness. Taking a look at Turner Purcell here, Station 10 right behind us.
Young kid. I keep saying kid, young man. Shooting a creek off out of Rocky Creek Sporting Clays.
That's a dead pair there.
I've shot tournaments with Turner before, and it's really impressive to watch him shoot. See how fast he's coming up. I did a podcast with him, Ryan Harper, probably a year ago, and I'd said they're here to stay. And as you can see, they're both in the Super Squad this year.
Well, he has yet to miss a target on this station. He's shooting right here. Let's see if he can finish it out. And he did. He swept it.
All right, chicken wing here. Let's check in on Zach, Mr. Zach Keenbaum. Started as the leader today. I know Zach's hot in that shirt. He's got to be.
How's he wearing a long sleeve shirt right now?
I don't know. Ain't no telling him. I'll tell you this, and he's going to listen to this, and he's going to call me as soon as he hears this and say, that's not true. But listen, I have told Zach, I want to shoot with you in a tournament one time. I've known him for years. I've yet to shoot in a tournament
You have
with him.
not?
Never.
Really? Now here's another product of Wendell Cherry, Griffin Howe. Now again, his head's clear off the stock.
Mm-hmm.
About like you noticed with Todd Hitch. It's something about that style of shooting. Watch Griffin again. This young man is just like Wendell. Everything he does, it's a mirror image.
Super family, super kid.
Oh, wonderful family. Great parents, great grandpa.
Yeah.
They travel with him all the time. I'm going to switch over here. Gebin Miles is over on Station 6 looking at his show pairs.
Big old arms. Gebin, he is all about perfecting himself in his shooting.
He's very much into physical fitness.
Yeah.
Very spiritual man.
Yeah.
And he is about as level-headed come shooting day as anybody you can ever ask to be.
Are you into fitness?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Round is a shape, right?
Doug Vine right here on Station 1. Now I can see these targets from here, so Doug's never worn a vest either. I don't know if I want to fit Doug. He's so big. And misses the trap teal.
Eric Harvey here on 6.
Eric Harvey has a little boy. Him and his wife and his little boy travel around everywhere. And I'm gonna tell you something. I think Eric started shooting better when he had his little boy.
Really?
Yeah. He brings him Rhett. Rhett's his name. He goes everywhere with him.
They're starting to come down the road here, Justin. You know, Eric's a very smooth shooter, too.
Yeah, he's smooth. Look at him walking off there, getting to his cart. Ryan Harper, Mr. Americana.
Yes. You got to love those pants.
Look at those pants. He had those on when he won second in the world. Team Cole shooter. Shoots Winchester Beretta as a DT-11. super guy. Known Ryan for a long time. You know, I come to Nationals 2-3 years ago. Got on the plane, and Ryan was sitting right there next to me. And I think that's about the first time I met him, like really talked to him. Another Zach student, so to speak. He's been seeing Zach here recently. Matter of fact, I was in Savannah a couple weeks ago before this, and we saw, I was shot with Ryan and not with Zach. But Zach was there. He will not shoot with me. I don't know what it is.
We're going to have to figure out why he's eluding you. You got Kayla Wilgus right here behind us. Just nailed that golden ticket.
She's super, super good.
Yes.
You need to watch this girl right here. Kayla is 15, I believe. She will be in that female super squad. I can guarantee you.
Yeah.
And she will
It's
be
coming.
a national champion. She has no reason not to be. Her dad's Mike Wilkes. Is
that right?
Man, he knows how to do it.
Well, she just smoked that pair like it was nobody's business. David Radulovich, multi-time world champion, U.S. Open champion several times.
Yeah, he's won the U.S. Open 3 times, won a world feed task. I don't know that David's won nationals.
He's
due
won a
for
world
it.
sporting. Just like Griffin, just like Todd Hitch, his face doesn't touch the stock.
No.
It's a little hard to see because he hasn't shaved in a while, but it doesn't. I mean,
Well, you know, some other Wendell students, Tom C., who
Yes.
else is he? I mean, just they all shoot so similar. It's just crazy. You know, you would think that a lot of people would go out and figure your own style out,
Right.
But they don't. They know it works, and that's what they use.
absolutely.
All right, let's watch Griffin House shoot this station real quick. I couldn't see the first target.
You know, I know Griffin pretty well. He's from up in my neck of the woods, and he travels with his family. Wonderful parents. You know, unfortunately, his mom and dad couldn't be here this week, so his grandpa came with him. And they're just such good people.
Yeah,
Great to see that that's what the future of our sport's going to be, you know?
that's right. A bunch of good young men and women coming up through this sport for sure. Right here behind. You ever met Logan Crane?
I think I did.
Yeah, Logan's
One time, yeah.
he's a funny guy. He's like I said, he's a law student, but in his spare time he loves to hunt and fish, and he's back here. Look at all these guys pointing their hands at these targets.
Yeah. Trying to figure out that line, figure out the speed, the angle,
That's right.
the distance.
Yep. I'm going to move over here and watch Kevin shoot this tower real quick. Kevin shoots out of the Meadows, in Georgia. Got back Logan Crane right here. I think Logan is shooting a Parazzi, if I'm not mistaken.
Wood did just a fine job on smoking those 2 targets, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, Logan's he's been right up there in the top with a lot of these guys. Sean Kimmeter right here. You know, Sean's one of those guys that you don't see a whole lot, but when you do see him, he shows up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like he kind of took a break for a while. You know?
I don't know if he did or if he just didn't shoot. Uh-oh. Here we go. Look at him. It's like he's going into play.
Reigning national
Yeah,
champ.
like he's going into. He loads that shell in the bottom. Shoots a Cole Pro A400. It's all I can remember shooting with Joe when he was little.
And you know what? That's just all the more evidence you need right there that it's not the cost of the gun. It's not a big fancy gun that you need to shoot this. That gun right there you can buy for $2,000-$3,000, the Cole Pro.
Yeah. You get all kind of upgrades with the Cole Pro. If you don't want the Cole Pro, you can buy the A400 from Cole. They'll be glad to sell you that.
Right, and I think that's an $1,800 gun, but I mean,
Yeah.
it just won the national championship last year.
Yeah. I just like watching.
You know
Joe.
why I have to have an expensive gun, Justin?
Why?
So I can look good missing. Let's take a look here. Eric Harvey's getting ready to shoot this tower.
I'm going to venture to say that may be the easiest station on the course.
You think so?
I think so. Somebody will disagree with me, but I think it was for me.
You know which one I thought was the easiest?
Which one?
The one after it with the Shondell Midi.
Yeah. Face is completely off the gun. I don't know how I just don't.
Yeah.
I couldn't be.
I have no idea.
He's getting ready, flips the gun, looks at it, draws the lines with the gun, and calls for the target. Looks like he's on station 6. Brandon Powell behind him, watching. Trevor Jensen right here shooting. They are shooting that. Is that?
He didn't look too happy.
Yeah,
right
he
there.
didn't, did he?
I think he
Dropped
might
some
have dropped
shells
the
out of
target
there. Yeah. Here we go. Brandon Powell's up. If you'll notice with Brandon, he'll call pull with the gun out of his shoulder. Watch this right here. When he pulls the trigger, the gun comes back out of his shoulder and back into his shoulder.
In this
Watch.
station right
See
here,
that?
this is a big pair. Those are 2 big crossing targets.
Watch this, Jason. This is unbelievable. Pull, gun comes out of his shoulder, back into his shoulder, and he shoots again.
Dismounting for each bird, yeah.
Every target, and hits them all, it looks like. Todd Hitch right behind us. He's going to be here for a while, I know.
Very calculated, very methodical.
Oh, yeah. Looks like we got Bill McGuire, Braxton Oliver behind him, watching.
Derek here on 6. Getting ready to shoot his first pair. I'm telling you, that is a big pair right there. Both those crossers, I'd say the first one's a good 40, and I'd say the second one's a good 50, 55 yards easy. Crossing, full crossing.
That's where I started. And
That was your first station?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's rough.
Yeah. I thought this is going to be a problem here today, guys. But we did fine on it. Derek Mine, as we've said, if you just got into the broadcast, a bunker trap shooter, a sporting clays shooter.
Now, see, he comes out of the gun, too. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Just like Brandon does. He's coming out of the gun for his second target.
Jasper Copeland's got a lot of similarities, too, to Brandon and pulling the gun out like that. And that's not something that I practice. If I did that.
Anthony coming in the box. Now we're back here with Todd Hitch right here behind us, getting ready to finish on station 10.
Todd shoots some really tight chokes. I know he shoots 25 comping chokes.
Yeah.
And that's an improved mod, which is tight. I don't
Is he shooting the Remington Nitros? Or
He's shooting Remington ammunition, yeah.
But is he shooting the Nitro,
Yes.
the ounce and eighth load? Is he? Okay.
Yeah, he shoots the big boys, the 1300s.
Oh, goodness. Got the man himself right here.
Anthony started, I think it was 4 targets back of the leader, but Anthony loves to come from behind. He is known to win tournaments coming from behind. It doesn't bother him at all. The pressure doesn't bother him like it would most. He likes it. But the people that are in the lead know he likes it.
Right.
So it just makes more pressure on them.
It just makes them more nervous.
That's right.
Let's watch Anthony's pre-shot routine here. Again, you see that back and forth. That's checking his balance.
Twisting those shells.
Checking his glasses.
Shoots a Beretta DT11L, I think is what Anthony is shooting, with a Jim Greenwood stock. And Briley, custom Briley chokes.
Braxton Oliver right here behind us.
Got us right behind us. Braxton just got into a car accident not that long ago, and I know he hadn't been shooting like he's wanted to be shooting as far as practicing is concerned, but I'm glad he come out of that safe.
Yeah, I'm glad he's okay for sure. Well, he was good enough to smoke that last pair, I'll tell you that much. My goodness.
Braxton's a great little target setter too. He can set them. Anthony back here in the box. I'm going to catch up with him on station 6. Those two crossers, one from the left right here, and then one from the right. Shh. John Comerford here, the former chairman of the NSCA. I talked to John the other day when I got here. He's a great guy to know, especially in this sport. And
right.
I mean, he's part of the NRA. He's big in the NSCA. He's Anthony Matarese's best friend.
Yes.
So
grew up with Anthony.
he did. There
Back
he is.
here looking at
the guy
Theo.
that started out in second place. We're following him right here, Theo Ribbs, on number 6.
Now notice Theo's got a little bit of the chicken wing going on. He got that elbow up there pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's watch him here. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's got that elbow up there. Maybe not quite as high as Connor Daniel, but he's got it up there.
Well, speaking of Connor,
yeah, look at this.
he's range station 1. Let's see if he hits his targets right here. Oh, he missed the trap teal that went straight up.
Man, that target's eluding him.
Theo's finishing up his station 6.
Uh-oh.
Yep, giving daps to the man that started out as the leader, Zach Keenbaum. Anthony back here wondering what's going to happen to these guys that are in front of him right now.
And we got your leader coming in here.
I think Zach wins a chicken wing award.
Huh?
I think Zach wins a chicken wing award. He kicked those shells. He kicked those shells out of that gun right there like he may have missed, but I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Joe Finizzi coming up here, station 7 on the tower shot that we've been talking about all day. Remember what I said about drawing those lines.
And you know what? Line is actually very important on this station. Those targets are far and flat and fast for a long time.
Yes.
Real easy to shoot over those targets.
And when you shoot the first one, you really have to get back to shoot the second one.
Yeah, you do.
All right, let's watch Zach again right here on station 6.
Brandon Powell. Catching
Brandon
up with
Powell
him
coming
here on
up here.
station 7. Same tower we were just talking about.
Got to be quick on that second one,
Yes.
man. Jonathan Henrici coming into the tournament 4th. Shooting station 6 right here. The guys have rounded off. The leaders, the group is rounded off, coming back up. What'd you call it, Jason? Death Valley? What do you call
Death
it?
Row.
Death Row. Coming back up this way. Starting with station 6. It ends at station 10 right here where we're sitting.
And we're getting close.
Yeah, 4 more stations.
4 more stations.
And we're going to find out who wins this thing.
We got our leaders here on station 6. Jonathan, Anthony, Theo, Zach.
No particular order.
Got Derek Mine here. Now let's see how he does this tower.
Shoots it back quick, shoots the second one. Now what that second target will do, being that it's a midi, will make you shoot in front of it if you're not careful.
Right, because it looks faster than what it is.
It looks
right.
further than where it is.
You notice something that's changed about Zach over the last few years, now that he's been shooting a lot more bunker, and Derek used to be someone that would take a target what we call off the arm. In other words, it would barely come out and he was whacking it. Now he's spending more time connecting with the target, you know, and I wonder, it might be a good question to ask him if that bunker has created that in his setup.
Yeah, it could be. Oh, Clint Hinton. There we go.
Over here on Station 3.
Just had him on your show.
Yeah.
Super guy from Dacula, Georgia.
Very well spoken.
Dacula.
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 Dacula. But no, Clint's a very well spoken young man.
He is.
Great shooter.
Been shooting a long time. His dad, Bo Hinton's been shooting, ran a club. His cousin, Will Hinton, shot before. There's, out here, I don't think the
Shoots
Will's
for the
here.
Army.
Shoots for the Army Marksmanship Unit. He runs in the family. Watch this, Jason. Brad Kidd right behind us shooting these targets. Calling for his show pairs right now. Shooting back there with Dylan up.
Now, if we get
Deonda.
a chance to stick with Brad here for a minute in his pre-shot routine, he'll mount that gun and he'll go back and forth with it 3 or 4 times. I asked him why he does that, and he said, that's my way of finding the line with the gun in my shoulder to get the feel of that line of that
it's
target.
like he waves it back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll do it. He does it every time. Getting his feet right.
A little bit of back and forth bobble there.
I'll tell you somebody else that does the same thing is Corey Cruz.
Yes, Corey does that a lot. Okay, now, that was the golden ticket target. He hit it.
Jonathan Gadrich here on Station 3. He's around the turn here. He's back on the easy stretch. There he is. Did he hit
Dead
him?
pair for Brad. And another
Brad
dead
is
pair.
I want to say Dan Carlisle, maybe?
Yes.
Is that who you took
Early
lessons
product
from?
of Dan Carlisle.
Bill McGuire over here. Let's watch, see if he hits it. Bill's really good with trap targets, Jason. Ooh, we missed that one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's normally really, really good with those trap targets.
You know, of all the targets, did you think that one would be the one that eludes everyone today? I mean, isn't that amazing?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
it's hard.
not even on the death row.
It's hard. Well, death row should stop at 1 instead of 10. Let's see. Let's watch. He's about to call pull again here.
Nope. We're
And
back
he hit
here
it.
on
He hit
10.
it that time. Mike Deonda right here behind us.
Oh, had to take 2 shots at that golden ticket, but he hit it.
You better get that second shot off fast. If not, it's going to be out there, and
Oh, yeah.
it's going to be in Alabama before you know it.
Theo on the tower.
Man, I'm happy to see Theo shooting as good as he is.
I am too.
Super guy. They made a movie about his dad being a race car driver.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
See Brandon.
Derek and Brandon, Joe Finizzi. Looks like Zach Keenbaum's walking into Station 7, ready to shoot the towers. There's one thing I can say that Zach has always impressed me with, and it's tower shots.
Really?
Yeah, he's really good with them. He always takes them late, too. You see how much later he's shooting
Yeah, I
them there?
noticed that. It looked like he was riding a target for a while
Oh,
there.
he's not. He wants to see them late, see them break. That's what he says.
He wants to get in good sync with them.
Yeah. I think it's just because he's getting old. This is one of the guys on the super squad right here, Kevin DeMichael.
Out of
How's the
Macon,
targets
Georgia.
been?
Pretty sporty.
I asked him earlier. I said, I wonder why Kev's got on camouflage because he's going to leave here and go hunting. I'm
Well,
sure.
no, I was thought about killing some of these today, but it didn't work out so good.
You like sporty targets?
Yeah, they're good. They're good. And this crowd's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of people out here, and it's a heck of an atmosphere for sure.
Yeah. You know how many you've dropped? Or do you want to talk about it?
About 8 or so.
8 or
We
so?
got 2 to go. Yeah.
2 to go.
Alex shooting good.
Is he?
He's down 5 or so.
Good.
Yeah, he's
Good.
shooting good.
Awesome.
Yup. Dang. Look at that. Y'all are fancy.
You like that?
I do.
It's almost like we know what we're doing, Kev.
Yeah, I got to go break some targets while y'all
All
are
right.
here trying to make a dollar.
All
All right. See you.
All right, we'll see you. We're going to head back over to Anthony right here.
Anthony.
Anthony sitting here loading his gun. Looks like he's on station. Is this Jason? Station 7.
Intense pre-shot routine again.
Got guys walking by us over here. They're They're excited, love the targets. Anthony's shooting the tower right now. Boy, he's smooth on that one. He's about as smooth as David Radulovich was when we saw him go through there.
You kidding me, son?
But is he shooting Game Boy ammunition?
David is, yeah. Corey Cruz right behind us.
Just smoked that pair he shot.
Now watch this. We hadn't seen his pre-shot routine yet. Watch this.
Uh-oh.
He dropped one.
Drop the Shondell.
I'm telling you, man, that Shondell's tricky. Been a lot of people dropping that target. Seeing Eric Harvey. Well, that's a yes. These guys shooting right here in the pictures on Station 9, shoot the trap target and a Shondell coming over the trees. Guys, let me tell you something. The squads are coming in. The leaders are coming in. They're getting close, really close. Some of them are right behind us. Some of them are right in front of us. And this will be coming to an end here shortly. We'll get to pick not really pick, but we'll get to talk to the winner, the national champion here shortly.
2022 National Sporting Clays champion. Hell, this is going to be awesome.
All right, Joe Finese is on Station 8.
2 stations away.
Yeah, that's the lead pack. 2 stations from us, guys. We'll be seeing the national champion in 2 stations.
This is where you struggled on that midi Shondell.
Yes.
And, you know, an orange target in a blue sky is hard to see.
Yeah, but I could see it. It wasn't targets. It was me.
Well, I have the same problem. We got to blame it on something,
Oh,
Justin.
okay,
Come
okay.
on now.
Eric Harvey right here in front of us. Smashed that one. And the Shondell.
I thought that thing was going to go in the trees before he shot it. Man, they're taking those targets late in the flight.
It might look a little different sitting up there in front of them.
That's a good point.
We got American Pants, Amazon ordering Ryan Harper right here.
Joe Finese in the box. Back on 8. There's Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan just smashed those 2 targets he just shot at. You know, Ryan really did. I'm going to talk about Ryan just for a second. He really did a lot of work for the hurricane victims down in Florida.
Really?
Him and his family sacrificed a lot of time to make sure these people got what they needed, food and drink and water, and made sure they were safe. I mean, it really destroyed the central part of Florida.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, thank you to him and his family for doing that. And all the people that donated. I know several people donated.
Yeah, I have 2 of my stepkids live down there. In fact, they're watching this right now, but they talked about some of the damage down there, and that's very commendable of Ryan to go down there, him and his family, and help those victims.
Yeah, I know he called me one day and said that he had taken however many hundreds of Chick-fil-A sandwiches to these people.
Is that right?
Had something to eat, yeah.
There's the man. Leader of the pack. I'd love to know what these scores are right now.
Yeah,
it's killing me.
I'd just like to know what they're thinking right now. Like, what's Zach turning around talking about? Was there a target issue, or was there a target hit or missed? I'd be interested to know what that conversation is right there.
Yeah. Could be a holdup, maybe a problem with the machine or something.
Could be a problem with the machine, yeah.
It's a mechanical device built by a human being, so it's already got error factored in it.
That's right.
If looks could kill.
Yeah, he's looking right at the camera.
He's thinking, Justin, I know you're talking about me right now.
I mess with Zach, but he knows I like him. I think Joe won't be shooting a bird out there or something, isn't he?
No, Joe, dove hunting's for later.
Yeah. Brandon Powell coming back on the scene this year. Done really, really well.
He has. Came out of nowhere, really. You know, like he was retired for a while and decided to pick up the shotgun again, and came back and won the U.S. Open this year.
Well, he's got so much talent. It's just, it'd be a shame to waste it and not come back.
Right.
You know, he's just unbelievable with the shotgun.
All right, here we go. Zach's loading his gun. Going through his pre-shot routine.
The last time I went and shot with Zach, he tried to show me how to shoot targets like this. It's kind of funny that I missed all those. And if that tree wasn't right there, we could see him shooting them. That's a long Shondell.
Yes, it is.
It quarters out way up in the sky.
Derek is on 9 right here in front of us.
Ooh. Just absolutely drew smoke off that second shot.
Along with Joe Finizzi and Brandon Powell and Sean Kemmener. That whole squad's here on 9. You notice Derek will open and close his gun 2 or 3 times in his pre-shot routine.
Yeah. Just shows that, hey, as many rounds as he's put through that gun and as many times as he's opened that gun, that he's got a quality gun.
That says something about Kohler, doesn't it?
Yeah, that does. I know you like a Kohler.
Oh, I love me a Kohler.
Jonathan Henrici on 8 shooting the Shondell with the lead pack.
So we're going to follow these 2 squads for the rest of the program here as they finish up. These are your leaders coming into this.
Yeah, I mean, in order for some of these other guys to have caught up with them, I mean, they're, you know.
Not saying it's not possible.
I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but it would have something would really tragic would have to happen before that. So we're going to follow these people up into to Station 10 here.
Back to Sean on 9.
Yep, Sean Kemmener right here on 9 shooting his trap target, misses the trap target, and he hits the Shondell. Joe Finizzi, Jonathan Henrici walks out of 8. Looks like Anthony Matarese is stepping back in. Guys, they're right here in front of us. We can see them.
You know, Anthony's hard to tell motion whether he's shooting or not.
Yeah.
So I'd love to know what's going through his head right now.
Yeah. He's loading his gun very slowly, thinking about what he's. I'm telling you, that station right there is not a simple station.
No, it's not.
And that a lot of people are watching that, thinking about what they're going to do when they get to that station.
So specific on the setup. It's incredible to watch.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I could take a lesson from somebody on that one.
Yeah.
The second target coming in right there is fairly straightforward. It's that Shondell that everybody's having a problem with.
Justin, as we're watching Anthony here, I mean, a pre-shot routine is a very individualistic thing. You know,
Yeah.
It's something that each shooter has to develop for themselves. It's not something that somebody could write for you and you go do it and you'll be able to shoot like them. That's just not what it is.
That's right.
Looking at Joe Finizzi here on 9.
Yeah, the leaders are right here. They're right here next to us. Joe Finizzi's right here in front of us about to shoot. And the squad after him, this squad and the squad after him are the ones we're watching.
Anthony back on 8. Or 9, excuse me.
Anthony's taking a while to shoot this pair.
Well, you know, Justin, I don't know if you could feel it or not, but the wind's starting to pick up a little bit again.
It is.
And I just wonder how that's going to affect this coming down the stretch here. We're taking a look into Joe Finizzi and
Joe Finizzi coming up here, Jason.
see what he does on this pair. Smokes that pair. Taking a look at Theo. Big midi Shondell. Incoming teal. Ooh. That didn't look too good.
Yeah.
Looks like he cringed a little bit on that one.
Joe Finizzi walking down the road here, back on Theo Ribs, shooting the big Shondell. Ooh.
Man, he takes that late in the flight, doesn't he?
Yeah. Theo walking off like got an issue with that. Maybe he didn't. Shut Brandon Powell. We're watching him shoot this
Back on
station
Brandon
right here.
in front of us on 9. Dead pair there.
Brandon,
Man, again, he just, you see how they're taking that?
Brandon is a really
Incredible.
good shooter with a lot of talent. And Brandon's one of those guys that likes a lot of pressure now.
Brandon just missed the trap target on that last pair.
Wow. Right here at the end, you cannot do that. I know how it's possible.
Yeah.
But you do not want to do that,
No.
especially with the guys around you. But he has been ready for this all year.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people thought he was going to be the next national champion, so. Taking a look at Virgil here.
Station 3. Good set of targets set by Joe Skull. Joe Skull did an excellent job.
Oh, absolutely. Got Wendell Cherry right here behind us.
Wendell Cherry right here behind us.
Just smoked the golden ticket target.
I like old Wendell.
Yes, sir.
Wendell is he don't like to
Former
talk.
guitar player.
Yeah, played on the Grand Ole Opry.
I know. Let's see how he does on this pair. Dead pair.
Takes his time, makes sure he's seeing and doing exactly what he wants. Calls full.
And
Really
dead pair.
smooth move. Watching Wendell Cherry right behind him, Ryan Harper and Eric Harvey.
Window on his last pair.
The crowd back here, Jason, it's crazy.
Dead pair. Wendell just swept his last station here. Yeah, there's got to be 200, 250 people
I
standing
mean,
here
they're just
watching
loaded
this.
up. I see Brandon Powell back here waiting to shoot the stand.
I think our next person in the box. No, that was squad out for them.
Yeah, we got Brandon Powell's squad up next. So Brandon, Joe Finizzi, Sean Kimmeter, and Derek Mine will be walking into stand 10 here in a second. And the pathway back here is getting crowded.
Oh, yeah.
Just people coming up everywhere. We're about to crown the national champion here shortly.
There's every bit of 250 people standing here, maybe more.
Yeah. We see Zach on the screen right here. Zach is at station 9, getting ready to shoot. Him and Anthony maybe talking about some targets, what they did or what they needed to do. We're not quite sure with that.
It's still amazing to me that they're competing against each other, yet they still talk strategy.
Yeah. Find out how they can help one another. Got Jonathan Henrici on 9. We're going to watch this group right here for a minute. Remember, we got a trap target coming straight up out of the tree, over the trees here. And
Taking a look at their show pairs.
looking at show pairs, he pulls the gun over the cage, ready to load it, and fires first 2 shots at the stand. He's right here at the end too, Jason. He's got to make sure these shots count.
Oh, yeah. They're counting more now than they ever have.
Dead. Dead.
Dead pair.
Is that where you got your name from?
Dead pair podcast.
Have you ever noticed they just say that every time somebody shoots a pair?
It's what every shotgun shooter wants to hear.
That is true. Oh, I get it now.
Really?
I
3
just-
years of podcasting, you just now get what our name's all about and our slogan? Jeez.
Sean
Another dead
Kimmeter
pair
right here behind us.
Dead pair for Sean. Go back here
on
to Jonathan
Henrici.
on 9.
Sean just dropped one right here behind us, Jason.
Jonathan just smoked that pair for a dead pair. And Sean just dropped the Shondell right here behind us again.
Yeah, he dropped another. I'm telling you, Shondell's not easy.
It's not.
It's a little tricky.
I ran it.
Did you?
I missed everything else, but I ran that one.
I missed one of them Shondells. It's like Jonathan smashed those. Got Anthony walking up in right behind him. Got a perfect view of this station they're shooting. And they'll be here probably in 5 minutes. Joe Finizzi pointing at his targets, drawing that line, fixing
Right
the hat and the
behind us.
glasses.
Yeah.
It's a perfect shot of his pre-shot routine.
My goodness, he did not let that target get 5 feet out of the trap, and he smoked it.
Check out Anthony, though. Anthony
look
don't
at
let this
Anthony
target
here.
get far either. Oh, he put the gun back down.
Oh, he was just doing his
Oh, it's okay.
pre-shot.
Okay.
Dead pair for Ant. Back to Joe.
Joe's back here about to call pull on the Shondell.
Dead
hit
pair
that-
for Joe Finizzi.
If he hit that Shondell any harder,
There was nothing but smoke.
yeah,
there wasn't even
nothing
chips.
left of that. He's shooting the pure gold titanium chokes. Back on Anthony right here, station 9. Calling for his targets. Chew, he splits the first one in half, but smokes the second one.
Dead pair for Ant. Dead pair for Joe Finizzi. I'm so excited. I don't know who to watch and what to do. Dead pair for Anthony. Take a look at Joe here. Second pair. Another dead pair for Joe Finizzi. And I believe he sweeps the station there
Yeah.
with that one.
And back on Theo.
Back on Theo.
Got Brandon.
out here on 10. Just hit the golden ticket. Took the second shot to do it, but he got it.
No.
No?
He hit it with both shells. He
Oh,
hit
he
it.
did?
He broke it, then hit the piece.
Well, I had somebody's head my way. I couldn't see, Justin.
Oh, sorry.
Can-
He shrink this thing down.
Back to Theo. Over on, there's Brandon on 10. Smokes his first pair.
Yeah, I
Theo
wouldn't-
on 9.
Theo's doing good.
And a dead pair for Theo. Back to Brandon. Dead pair for him. We're coming down to the wire here.
Yes, it's
Back
all
to
about to
Theo.
happen right here.
Theo just smoked both his targets with Brandon. did.
Brandon just walked out with a dead pair.
Oh, my goodness.
It's getting down to the wire. We got Zach Keenbaum sitting here at station 9.
Got Derek coming into 10. Oh, man.
I don't know, Jason.
I got goosebumps again.
Do you?
Yes.
You need a blanket?
Huh?
You cold?
No, I'm excited.
Oh, okay. Derek's right behind you here. She's about to shoot this target. I want to see how fast he shoots this one, Jason. He tried the piece.
My goodness. Smokes that golden ticket target. Back to Zach on 9.
Zach just nailed both of those.
Take a look at Derek here. First pair, dead pair.
Zach back on 9. Nails the trap teal. And the Shondell over the trees.
Another dead pair for Derek. Last pair for Derek.
Here we go with Zach again. Smokes the first one. And the second one. Walking out. Looks like he's pretty pumped up.
And a dead pair for Derek. He swept the station. All right.
Here we go, guys.
This is it.
They're coming down here to us.
The march, kind of like the Green Mile March or something.
Yeah, that makes me want to get up and dance around or
it
something.
does. Not to mention the fact that we got a metal chair we're sitting on. I'd love to get up right now, but...
Yeah, you see Joe Finizzi right here and Derek Mine talking with each other right here behind us. They are looking at their scorecards, counting them down, trying to see where they placed. We got the leaders pulling up here right now. See Joe Finizzi still behind us.
Yes.
Looking at his scorecards, taking pictures. Always good to take a picture of your scorecard just in case there's a discrepancy when you get to the end or the end of the day.
Well, in case you want to analyze it later.
Yeah, or see how you shot. Maybe you missed the last target on 2 or 3 stands and you want to figure it out. Everybody is done other than the leaders. Zach Keenbaum, Theo Ribbs, Anthony Matarese, and Jonathan Henrici. They're all walking up right now with 1 station to go, and we're going to let you see it all.
Drama's about to all unfold right here.
There's people everywhere. Everyone is done but these 4 guys. And this will, 100% fact, will determine who the national champion is.
Anthony's studying the landscape, taking a look at the traps. It's amazing how analytical these guys are when they walk up to a station. I guarantee when Anthony was walking down the road, he was looking at the traps coming in, trying to look at them from a different angle. He's talked about that before.
Yeah.
And now here it is. National Championships on the line.
That's right.
He's paying real close attention.
I mean, everybody that was in this competition, in this super squad, is still here.
Yeah.
And they're going to root on that national champion. I know you can't see it, but Zach's walking up right here in front of the stand. Jonathan Henrici, smiling.
What's up, gentlemen?
Come here, Zach.
Come sit down for a minute,
Come here, Zach. Sit down right here just for a second.
We're going to drag Zach in here on the show.
He's got to shoot.
You got to get going.
Squat down for a second. Just say hey to everybody. He's got to shoot. This guy right here, good friend of mine. I don't know where you're at. Don't want to know where you're at. But you got 1 stand. How's the targets been?
Got 1 stand. Targets have been really good. These last few stands, I think the color choice could have been better on the targets. A little bit hard to see at this time of day. But we're all out here at the same time. It's all fair.
That's right. That's right. Good luck.
Thank you.
I don't want to take your time.
Good luck to you, Zach. Well, let's watch this. This is going to be interesting.
This is. You got to see Theo on the camera here. He's thinking what he's going to do.
You know what, Justin? I'd give you a big old bowl of biscuits and gravy if I could know what the heck the scores were right now.
Well, if you said a bowl of biscuits and gravy.
Yes, sir.
You want me to go get them?
I was offering them to you if you knew what the scores were.
I'm talking about you want me to go get the scores.
We
You
could
gonna
do
go
that.
get the bit? Now, if I come through with the scores, you gonna come through with biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, but I've seen you walk, and the time you get back here, they'll be done. So we'll just wait and see what happens.
Got Anthony up first in the box here. He's got his gun rested up on the cage like he's tired of carrying it. I'm sure he is, or he's either just mentally drained.
I would be. They'd have me on oxygen right now.
Yeah. Would they? Well, if they'd have you on oxygen, they'd have to have I don't know what I'd be on, but it'd be a bunch. If it's oxygen.
What do they call those things where they got to jump start you? Defibrillator?
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking about cars in a jump box.
Well, it might work too.
Hook the positive up to one side and the negative up to the other.
Yeah.
Here we go. Looking at the show pairs. It's kind of quieted down right here. You know it? Like it's gotten, like it's just really got a calm.
If it wasn't for the few shots in the background, you could hear a pin drop in a stack of hay.
We're going to watch this. We'll call the shots as we see them. That Shondell that's been giving everybody problems today. Do you see that?
That was incredible. He had to hit that target 10 feet out of the trap. First pair coming up. Hits the Shondell and the crosser, dead pair. And a dead pair again.
As a flock
Final
of
pair coming in.
As a flock of doves fly behind him. I'm surprised that didn't distract him.
He's so focused right now, Justin, I don't think it matters. Misses the Shondell.
So
we went for a lost dead. Dropped one on the station.
That Shondell's tricky. Theo Ribs is up now.
Theo Ribs in the box.
It's so quiet here. It's like we're almost at a golf tournament.
I can't believe how quiet it is. Dead target on the golden ticket. Dead loss. He misses the crosser. Dead pair.
He figured
Final
that
pair
crosser
coming
out
up
quick.
here. And a dead pair. So
Drop
Theo
one.
drops one.
Zach walking up into the box now. This station will determine our national champion.
Yes.
These 7 shots determine the national champion right here.
Smokes it.
Yeah, he busted it in a million pieces. Ooh.
It's a dead pair, but he barely got the backside of that Shondell.
Yeah, but you know, he saw the backside just like we did.
Yeah.
So he should correct it on this shot, this next shot.
And he does. Centers both of them, dead pair.
Yep. 2 left.
Dead pair.
Zach runs the station. We got Jonathan Henrici up next.
Take a look at Jonathan here, still in the box, yet to shoot. And he hits his golden ticket target. Second shot, but he hit it. Take a look at his first pair here. Dead pair. Centered both of them.
Here we go again. Here we go for another view. That's all right.
Puts his gun back down. He's really hyper focused here. Something didn't feel right. Something didn't look right to him. Dead pair. Dead pair. Dead pair. All right. Think we have determined
Sorry, we got loud back here.
our winner. Tabulating
Sorry.
scores.
3-time national champion right here. Zach, how does it feel?
It feels awesome. I mean, look at this.
Yeah,
This
crowd's
is
crazy.
what our sport's been missing. I couldn't be happier to win it in this format, having done it before. It's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. Well, I know you're happy. And there's, 3-time national champion. That's awesome. A lot of great shooting here today. What was there any time that you didn't think you were in good shape?
I knew it got real tight there a couple stands ago, but I had a little cushion to work with to start the day. I knew it was going to come down to this. I mean, that's why we made this format.
Yeah.
That's why this whole thing works so well. I hope we continue to do it every year.
We were seeing the drama as you guys were coming down the road.
Right.
I mean, the crowd started. I mean, there's got to be 300 people here now.
Right.
We talked to you the other night, and we talked about this green course. You mentioned to us here just a few minutes ago the color of the targets could have been a little different. What was that like for you? Was that an added pressure because of the targets themselves?
Oh, for sure. There's an orange midi back there into the kind of the bluish, cloudy sky. I mean, it's not invisible. It's
Right.
just you can't pick out any detail.
It's just an ideal target,
You can't
yeah.
see that bird the way you want to see it.
Right.
But that's the game. We're all out here, like I said, we're all out here at the same time. It couldn't be more fair. I think I'll look back on this national championship and be even more proud than the others.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
It's on video, big dog. You can watch it on video. It's all video.
Right.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, Zach, congratulations, man.
Thank you. I
What an
appreciate it.
achievement. 3-time national champion. Congratulations.
Thanks,
Thank you.
I appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Give me that mic. All right. That's it. That's it. The 2022 Super Squad National Championship. First time it's been on video is over. First time we've done the Super Squad in a long time. It is over. And we have crowned the National Championship for the men. We've crowned the National Champion for the women. Halen Hanks, Zach Kingbaum, congratulations on your new titles. And the crowd back here is crazy.
I know.
It's been great being here. It's been the last few days, Jason. Had a good time and can't wait to do it again.
I have too, and forgive both of us for being new at this camera thing here, but it was enjoyable. It was a pleasure doing it with you, Justin, and you guys got to check out his show, Shotgun Sports USA. And
Check out the Dead Pair.
Yeah,
Hey,
Dead
it's
Pair
all about
Podcast.
this. We'll see you here next year.